fucking mic check, bro. That would have been a good idea to do.
Mic check,
Hey,
1 2
hey,
1
hey, hey,
2.
hey, hey, hey.
Mic check 1 2 1
We're
2.
live, by the way, bro. No, that's looking
Mic
good.
check 1 2 1 2.
That's good. I'll check it out real quick, man.
Check it out. Check it out. It's been a while, people. I missed you. Thank you, everybody, for checking it out. Keep tuning in. We appreciate you. We gave us some time. A lot played out in the world. A lot has played out in the world these last 2 weeks. I got drunk and chopped my hair off. So everybody that's feeling good. If you ever get drunk and you get a haircut, I got a girl right upstairs and she'll chop you up with whatever you want.
You gotta address it before someone else asks you about it. It's just like, bro, like, this is...
right.
He's not the first thing I say.
What's the UK guy? Damn
it. Yeah, there he is, bro.
No way, Kendall.
Bro, I don't know.
Kendall. Oh, say the birds! He came to burn with the bird.
He's a fight guy, bro.
Man, I'll tell you what, Kendall. I don't see how anyone could bet another dollar on Woodley, man. I mean, he sold me the dream that the Usman thing was just a fluke and he wasn't there. Dude says he's super trained. He looked like shit. I mean, he looks like shit. I've seen some people say he only got 3 buttons on his controller, which is, step back, overhand right.
Yeah.
Pretend to look bored. It's like,
I mean,
he just does nothing, bro.
I mean, I don't know fighting, but I did watch because we were all in the Discord at that time, and I did watch the Woodley fight, with y'all, and I'm watching the same thing. I'm just like, bro, like, what is he doing?
Well, like, he's always kind of been like that, but he was always been able to catch it. Somewhere he would catch it,
Yeah, but I mean, like, at some point, like, me personally, like I said, I don't know fighting, but you expect something to change up, whether it be speed, pace, whatever.
Especially
tempo,
after you lose 4 rounds straight.
Maybe he starts control. Like, I just didn't see any, like, him take really any shot at victory.
No.
No.
And he got rocked twice. He got dropped once. He got cut. Burns beat his ass.
Yeah.
Now Burns gets the Usman fight.
I'll tell you what.
Masvidal gets skipped over.
I'd be mad as shit if I was on that card, and the next thing you know, you see the beach fights. I'd be like, come on, man.
That's so sweet,
bro.
They're coming. Did you see it?
Yeah, it looks beautiful. If it's where, like, they
July
had that picture, man, it's gonna be awesome.
That is it, bro. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be awesome, man. The only thing I can really see playing a big factor, and since this is Dubai, Abu Dhabi, I imagine they probably have something on hand where it just cools the air around a ring. But if it's out there in fucking 95 degrees, bro, man, that's gonna be tough.
Bro, they're gonna build some shit.
That would be
tough.
tough.
They've been making it rain over there.
Yeah,
I mean, they're making it rain.
Once a week, bro. They see the clouds. Yep.
Dumb money.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're setting it up for the UFC.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure they'll have something, man. They go all out with shit like that.
There was see the problem there. So Burns versus Usman first. That is a tough fucking fight, man, because Burns has definitely showed his goddamn improvement. And shout out to the man for that. But Usman obviously isn't no bitch. I really think that fight can go either way.
Burns,
here's what I want to discuss. Right? He just fought Woodley. Yeah.
That's crazy to fight so soon again.
That's what he does, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was a 155er, right? And he lost 2 fights. I believe 2, at least one. So then he won up to 170. He won up, which most people never do, dude.
That was literally like a week ago.
Bro, he won 6 straight. He won 6 and he won 4 fights in a year. And now he just won that fight, and now he's going to be in a 6th fight, I believe.
That was literally 1 week ago, and he'll be fighting in about another 6 or 8 weeks.
Yes.
From there.
Yes.
Crazy,
it's insane. That's a lot of camp.
Now he didn't look. It is a lot of camp. Yeah. I was thinking more so like.
But he's hot right now.
But he also seemed to like not get too beat up with the Woodley fight. He seemed to
Did he even get hit?
Yeah.
Did he even get hit? Because I can't even tell you a time that Woodley landed a shot.
I mean, he took a couple.
I don't remember him.
There's always one or two.
He threw a bunch of rights I've seen hit Burns in the shoulder and shit like that. But now here's the fucked up thing, right? Here's the funny thing about UFC. Masvidal was supposed to get that fight before Burns. The problem is that when you do these championship fights, you're doing pay-per-view points. So Masvidal fights Nate last time. Nate's a huge draw, brings in a big crowd. Masvidal makes hella money, more money than he makes on a contract. Usman doesn't bring in the same crowd, so therefore he doesn't make the same amount of money on that fight. And that's why he doesn't want to take the fight. He'd be taking a pay cut to fight for a belt, basically. However, Uncle Dana says, "Fuck you, then, son. I got this Brazilian dude who's ready to fight every fucking 4 weeks."
And that's the thing with Dana, man. Like he's so not about the bullshit, man. He's just like, look, that's fine. Could it damage the brand in the long term? Possibly. But I mean, like, it seems like there's like consistently there's always been that next like badass motherfucker that just steps in. And it's now like, I mean, like,
Well, the UFC just does a good job at building people. You know what I mean? They got someone.
yeah,
UFC
but I
could
mean, like,
lose every champion right now, and the next man up would be marketable too. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. They're able to the way they're able to turn out these guys. I mean, like, but again, though, I don't know. I guess it's different because I mean, it's not like this isn't a team sport. I mean, like, people root for individual fighters, but I mean, like, people don't stick with like those diehard like as people get old and become less dominant. People tend to move on to the next guy and the next guy. So I mean, I guess it's probably easier for the UFC to cycle through fighters and not really have to worry about their fan base taking a hit. You know what I'm saying? Like you cut 2 teams out the NFL league. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you'll get rid of a lot of people. You get rid of a couple championship fighters, like you said. They'll be the next guy stepping up, and people love the sport.
Well, the first thing you say about that is it is a team sport.
Okay, well, yeah, I got you.
It is a team sport, and if you watch the Henry Cejudo
I got
MMA
you,
show with Joe
Yeah.
Rogan yesterday, that's what he taught me, and I never thought about that neither. But Cejudo was explaining really how key his team is. His team really took everything that he does to the next level, and that's really how Cejudo found his success. Like, for example, when he spars, bro, they set it up exactly how he fights. So he's in the back warming up, in the back of their gym warming up. Cejudo in 5. He comes walking out to his intro music. He hugs everybody goodbye. He goes in there with a referee, and he anticipates. He tries to get the right fight time, and actually anticipates the fight already. And I was like, that's really next level shit. You really don't hear people doing all of that, but it makes sense, because the smallest thing can throw you off. But,
Oh yeah.
He's good to go. So when he was explaining that, he's like, man, without my team, the people that cook my meals, you know what I mean, make my weight cuts easy, the people my strength and conditioning, my wrestling coach, it's like the game plan that Mike,
Yeah.
Mike Brown, but his coach gives them, like, it's a team sport. And that definitely is true. I'll tell you what, they do keep cranking out good ass fights, man, on these pay-per-views.
I mean, it's a crunch right now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
However, the card this weekend might be the worst card of all time.
I mean, they're gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, for them, the way I'm seeing it, I mean, they had to take a hiatus, so now they got to crank some out. They got to keep it going.
That's what
move things along that should have probably already been moved along by now.
That's what he was saying about the island, of like why he had to do that island. He's like, if I don't do the island, I'm gonna burn all my American talent out. Because even though if people, let's say Burns, like he lives in Florida, I believe. Let's say he does want to fight every 4 weeks. Well, eventually he's gonna burn out. You know what I mean?
Or get a bad injury, sideline him for a while. Something.
So he's like, I gotta do a fight island basically to keep shit going. And they already said they're gonna lose at least $100 million. Might be a good time to buy shorts, medium term on.
I'm not even sure if UFC's traded publicly. I don't know.
They're owned by WGE, right? Or IG.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
The Endeavor. You don't know that?
The what?
Endeavor brothers.
No.
They own, like, is it not MGM? God damn it! Why can't I remember the company name?
Caesars? Huh?
No. They own an entertainment company,
but not MGM Grand.
Not MGM Graham. No, it's not that. Something along the lines of that though. But apparently they're hemorrhaging money right now. So if you can get them on the shorts, I'd say medium term, hit them on the shorts. I'd say it's going down. Obviously, they might bounce back.
Well, that's the one thing is that, like, people, as far as I know, I mean, like, it's always tough to say because who the fuck really knows. But I mean, people are expecting a leg down. A nice little drop coming up in the next month or so. Just because it's like a near perfect V-shaped recovery of which, like, went down based off fears, now it's just rising on hopes and people being optimistic about the virus, not taking its toll anymore. But I mean, like, you'll still see quarter 2 losses, you'll still quarter 3 losses. I think Delta Airlines, they posted 90% revenue loss they predicted 90% revenue loss for their second quarter. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people.
But meanwhile, Tesla's trading at an all-time high. Amazon, Alabama.
So if you look at a lot of tech companies, did not. They weathered the hit better than most other areas. For one, I mean, supply chains didn't end up breaking down. Tesla did have to take a break on its production, but I mean, it was able to get its China factory opened back up pretty quickly. They excluded California. They were able to open up California before everyone else was able to. So I mean, plus, I mean, again, like I said, the tech companies. I mean, like with tech, the product is always strong. Whereas like with like airlines, tourism, shit like that, your product is now unsellable.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes me think about like with the UFC fighters asking for money right now. They all want raises right now. It's like, is anybody in the world asking for a raise right now?
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that it's just like, why are you picking now? Do you think they're vulnerable? So like they're gonna have to pay you? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but like, I don't get it. Like, it's the worst time ever.
I mean, like it's possible because of the break that was taken. Give a lot of people, some time, some free time. I mean, your fight was canceled, or you weren't sure when
Masvidal has
fight,
7 fights on his contract. He's got 7 fights left.
And he wants to talk raises.
Well, he don't want to make less.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what I'm saying. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He don't want to make less.
So I mean, like, there's nothing that's guaranteed in his like type of contract, or is it just like a certain amount of fight? Like,
yeah, well, they're all the top guys get their flat fee. So like Nunes is $450 no matter what. Jones is $500. But Jones said he makes $5 million a fight, so he's making 4.5. If you're in a championship fight, you get pay-per-view points. You get money each pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So when Masvidal fight Nate Diaz, that did a lot of pay-per-views because people like Nate Diaz and Masvidal. It was for that bad motherfucker belt or whatever.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, it was a lot. People aren't that big on Usman, So Masvidal's like, it's not going to sell as many pay-per-views. Doesn't make sense for me, to go fight that. And I'm going to make less money. He's like, look, you got to at least flatten it out. Give me what I made, basically.
So it's kind of like if this pay-per-view number isn't met, you still owe me. As if it was met.
Exactly.
Which I agree with. I mean, like, because I mean, like, at the end of the day, there's gonna be a more marketable fight. Whether it be this guy being really big and this guy not being shit, or this guy pulling in big numbers and whatever the case may be.
Right, but that it's true, right? But you have to run it like a business, man.
Yeah.
Right. And why is Masvidal demanding more money? Right, because he's popular, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Who made him popular?
UFC.
UFC made him popular, right? Nate doesn't fight, right? Nate doesn't call out Masvidal if it ain't for the UFC, right? Masvidal didn't call up Nate and get him the Anthony Pettis fight and tell him to come back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He didn't tell him to call him out afterwards. The UFC set that up, and Nate took it from there. They're the one that built him. So they're like, bro, you signed a contract, right? You said you would fight for, let's say, $300 grand a fight. Right? The times I gave you extra money was because it was a big event. You know what I mean? Like Masvidal versus Nate, like that's not even a fight that really should happen. Nate ain't even ranked. You know what I mean? It happened because Nate's so popular. So the UFC is saying, here you go. We're going to pay you more because it's wrong to pay you your contract since you're doing this big fight with Nate that we didn't even think would come.
And we make more money.
We make a belt for it, and we made you a bunch of money. Well, that's not going to be like that every time. That's what they're saying, Not everybody's going to be Nate Diaz.
Yeah, I got you. And that being his his biggest fight, probably, at this point to get to probably push him into the spotlight.
For popularity,
push him into the spotlight and then put him into that conversation of like, man, Masvidal has earned his way to this fight or this fight, and try to set that up.
It's pretty cool when you hear DC because I always learn little things, man, that you don't think about. But like DC was talking, and he's like, "Look, man," he was explaining the Masvidal situation. He's like, the most money I ever made is when I fought John Jones. He's like, that's because there was a real rivalry there. Like we really don't like each other, so it sold a bunch of fucking pay-per-views.
Yeah.
He's like, you think I ain't trying to replicate that with other people? You know what I mean? He's like, I try to do that with everyone. I want to sell the pay-per-views. You can't. You need a dance partner, as they say. You know what I mean? Yeah. John's the perfect dance partner for Cormier. It's like Nate Diaz was perfect for Masvidal. Usman ain't. Yeah. It ain't always going to be, everything green.
but you still got to take those fights, and then like you win. I mean, you win these fights, you know. You just take down a couple guys. I mean, then you can start. You know, if you want to start playing around. Because I mean,
I fuck with Mazadov, bro. But all I'm gonna say is I never heard anybody turn down a championship belt
well, I
fight.
mean,
It
like
just don't happen, bro.
I mean, like before this year, I didn't even know who Jorge Masvidal was. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But now, like I would say that as of right now, Masvidal is kind of like almost a household name.
Yeah, and
you
he went
know?
out there and did his job, you know. And I'm not saying that the UFC deserves all the credit, but I'm saying the UFC is the platform that put you there. You know, so if you want to go around signing 7 fight deals, which is unheard of, you know what I mean? Think about
You gotta live by that.
you got to
You know?
live by that, bro.
You know?
Dog, you're only doing 3 fights a year usually. So you're talking about somebody signing, you know, basically a 2.5-year contract. You're praying there ain't no injuries. You just signed at least a 2.5-year contract. Dude, in 7 fights, bro, what if you go and knock 7 people out in a row? You're worth a lot of fucking money, bro. You were worth money after you knocked 3 people out in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why, like, guys like Joe Flacco. Why did Joe Flacco get all that money? Is he worth it? No, but he bet on himself. They offered Joe money before the season. He said, no, that's not enough. He went out there. He took his team to the Super Bowl. He won it. He won Super Bowl MVP. And then he said, pay me, or you're going to let a Super Bowl MVP walk.
Yeah.
And he had the Ravens by the balls. You know, that's how he bet on himself.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, you ever see with Scottie Pippen? Scottie Pippen made that mistake they showed.
I remember, yeah.
He signed a fucking, you know, what was it, like a 7-year deal for $18 million. The next year, they signed a TV revenue for double the cap room.
Yeah.
So he's like priced, you know, he's making $2 million a year. Jordan's making 30. You know what I mean? Like, but he did that. He's the one that told the owner. The owner said, I don't think you should sign this contract for this long. He said, I want security.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That's the thing, man. Like, you sign shit, at that point, it's just like you gotta take care of your business. It's something you're like when it comes to shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like there's predatory stuff. But I'm sure with these UFC, these big UFC guys are coming in sign these contracts. I'm sure there's, they have somebody there to read this shit to them or to go over it, an agent, something,
Well, see, the UFC has like these little things. This is what businesses do. Like this is how the UFC is the UFC, like. So basically for all 3 of Mazadov's last fights, which was Till, Askren, Nate Diaz, he signed a new contract. Basically, he signed a 1-fight contract. Basically, you get what I'm saying? Because he's getting more money than his real contract says.
Right,
because it's
right.
a bigger fight.
Yeah.
So the UFC goes, "We're going to pay you more." But when you agree to get paid more, now it's not your original contract. So those fights didn't count on his contract. That's why he still owes the UFC 7 fights. All 3 of those fights didn't count on his contract. He made more money, but it was a 1-fight contract, a separate deal. You get what I mean?
So then why are they counting the 3 other fights, though?
Because they're paying him more, right? They're saying, listen, Mazadov, I know this is a huge fight versus Askren. You're fucking, you're on a huge stage. Or Nate Diaz, this is a fucking main event fight, right?
Yeah.
Your contract says $200,000. No one knew you were going to knock out 2 guys in a row, and now you're fighting Nate Diaz. You deserve more.
Yeah.
I'll give you $500,000 for this fight. But
Okay.
that doesn't mean your contract's $500,000. This just means this fight's worth $500,000.
Right.
So now you sign a 1-fight deal.
Yeah.
You fought that contract. You didn't fight a fight off of your contract for $300,000.
Yeah, but like his 3 other fights should still count though towards that total of 7 because that deal was I said, this was a separate one.
He didn't fight on that contract though. You get what I'm saying? When you sign that 1-fight deal, you're not fighting on your contract no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you fought one guy. You had that 1-fight deal.
Right.
So why does that nullify?
So then you signed another one for Askren. Oh. So then you signed another one for Nate Diaz.
I understand that.
He did 3 in a row. So he never fought one time on his real contract.
For the more money. Okay.
So because he was getting more money every time.
Yeah. Now at this point, I'm on the UFC side with that one.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And the UFC does kind of got you the balls where they're just like, bro, I'll double your money right now. But you got to bet on yourself. You got to go, I'm going to go kick Nate Diaz in the face, and they're going to stop this fight. And then you got to pay me double what I just said, or I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You got to fight off your contract. You know what I mean? That's the key in every sport. Everyone knows that, is to get to the end of your contract as many times as you can in your life. Is Kirk Cousins the best quarterback in the NFL? Fuck no. Who made the most money over the last 3 years? Kirk Cousins. Over $100 million guaranteed in 3 years because he bet on himself.
Yeah.
2 straight franchises, then 3 years, 99 mil, fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
What is that? It's a fucking 160 mil. He bet on himself. That's what you got to do. It's risky. If you want to be Scottie Pippen, you want to play it safe, go sign that fucking long-term deal. And you'll be okay. You'll be a millionaire.
That's what Dak's doing.
But like Nate said,
Yeah.
no one will remember your names. Nate Diaz said that about Usman and Burns.
Yeah.
Because he was like, you guys, he's like, Masvidal's out here trying to take a stand basically for the fighters. And you guys just take whatever money the UFC offers you.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's why nobody will remember your name.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, guys. That's bro.
But Gilbert Burns is like, motherfucker, I'm from Brazil. You know what I mean? I'm from Brazil, fucking wherever it is, Rio de Janeiro, You don't know what I've seen, Nate Diaz. I know Stockton was bad. It wasn't no Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay? My family doesn't have money. And they just offered me a world title fight. You know what I mean? He might have did it for free for that belt. Because that belt means so much.
Yeah,
that brings
that's very true. Yeah.
your times in your salary by 10.
That's very true, man. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Didn't even think of it that way. That is, yeah.
If you had a sponsor, right, for markers for 10 grand, and now you're champ, your sponsor for markers is 100 grand. You get what I'm saying? You make more money everywhere. You're not paying for a lot of shit. You say that, the champ's coming at night. Like, it's a big thing. People give you free food at diners. You eat for free. You get free rides. People are sponsoring everything that you do. Like, you're the man.
Well, that, and when it comes to like, especially people like it doesn't necessarily like happen in America a lot, but like in Brazil and shit like that. I mean, like you're a national hero. You're really a national hero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a big fucking deal. Huge fucking deal. Like with
and they look at money probably a little different too. Where he's like, look, you might not think $250,000 a lot. I thought I signed a contract for a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? He's like, I thought 100 grand was a lot. But like Nate, he's like 2 mil. And Burns was like, they're gonna give me $250,000 to fight someone. I'll fight anyone for $250,000, which is how I'm thinking. You can give me anyone in the world, I'll fight them, and I think I'm gonna referee for $250,000.
Exactly.
Simple.
It's
non-tax.
It's only until you realize that, like, you're like, wait, I could charge 500 grand.
Yeah.
It's like this guy.
Maybe, but
I can make more money this way, but
I'll bet on myself.
Exactly.
I'll take that.
I'll take that first fight for $250.
That's basically what John Jones was saying. He's like, look, I fought for $5 million versus everyone. Now you want me to fight Nagano? I need more money. You know what I mean?
He's not everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
He might fuck me up.
Dude, I may die. You know what I mean? Like you get that fear of like you may die.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Because he looks the part. Like Deontay Wilder hits hard, but he don't look the part.
No.
Nagano looks the part.
Yes.
He's just naturally a fucking chiseled fucking body.
And like I said, man, like you hear him smack the shit out of people, bro.
Dude, you only get that from Cambodian mines. That's the only way, dude. How do you get that? You know what I mean? Like Rodney Coleman was on Rogan's podcast, universally the best bodybuilder ever. I don't even know shit about bodybuilding, but that's what they say. But anyway, he's on there, and he's just like, honestly, I got so big, just genetics. Yeah. He's like, everybody can get big. He's like, for some reason, I just got big. My genetics.
Exactly, man. You never know until you get into it.
Look at them guys, though, them bodybuilders, bro. When they're done, their body is shriveled. It looks so bad, bro.
Oh, bro,
it looks so bad.
They have so much water. It's creatine.
It's like his skin ain't the same. His skin is oil up. His skin been so tense for so long. That's just like shriveled. Like when he does it, like you can see him like doing his curls. Like he's still cocky. Yeah, but it's like his skin looks weird, bro. It's hard to explain.
That's what I'm saying. So like, well, one, a lot of people will tan a lot as well when they do that because muscle definition. We've seen it. People paint their bodies darker, like the muscle the muscle definition, the muscle definition just looks better, a better cut, with darker skin. That's like they literally build those muscles, and then like all they're really doing is trying to like pump and show off the shape and like its symmetry and the flex. Yes, it's hard work, man, but it's a different type of workout. You know what I'm saying?
He said he got up to 245, right?
Creatine, everything.
And that was when he did his first challenge. He won basically, and then from there, over the next 7 years, he added 5 to 10 pounds of muscle a year, and that's him eating 6 times a day.
That's crazy, man.
Waking up, you know what I mean, throughout the night, basically eating. He wakes up and eats.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Lifting every single day, like committing your life to it, and he's only getting 5 to 10 pounds of muscle. I'm sure that's a lot of strength, but you get what I'm saying? It's not like if I told you, look, every day, bro. I need you 7 days a week for this entire year. I need you to eat a fucking pound of chicken and rice 6 times a day. I need you to wake up out your sleep and eat 2. I need you to, you can't smoke, you can't drink. I need you not to fuck. You gotta
there,
and then you gotta work out 5 times a day. You're just like, ah.
You know what I'm saying, man? Once you take it there, it's just like, oh shit, it's like, I mean, like, it's only until then he realized that like his genetics allowed him to just get fucking huge.
Well,
because another guy, he's fucking huge.
He said he was ahead of everyone, right? When he was 245. And he's like, I just kept putting on more so they could never catch up.
Yeah.
He won 7 straight.
Yep.
Mr. Olympia. It's crazy.
Yeah. He's huge, man.
He's huge.
You know what I'm saying?
He got up to 295. That's what he got to end up getting up to. 295. Steven, 0.33% body fat. Dude, what? Joe was like, did you like faint? Because it's like that doesn't make sense to not have that much fat, man. And he was like 3%. That was me heavy. If I was at 3% body fat, it's me heavy. I'm like, wow. 24-inch biceps.
Man, at this point, like his body burns so much. You know what I'm saying?
24-inch biceps, dude.
He burns so much. Yeah.
Like literally, bro. There's people's waist are 24 inches.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude. 2 feet of arm,
But
dude.
so crazy thing.
Like, do you get that? Like,
I get that, but like,
dude, that's like 2 feet of arm.
That's also the thing about like how like it is amazing, but like how functional is it really?
It's not good for you.
Because I mean, like,
you just need one of them.
Yeah, I think he has strength, but I think a lot of it's just crazy, ridiculous size, man. Just like a stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I think at some point it's just not practical. Yeah, you might be able to beat me in a tug of war.
Yeah.
Our wrestling contest.
Have you seen Achilles?
Achilles?
Troy.
Troy Achilles. No.
Troy, the movie with Brad Pitt.
No.
This is absolutely atrocious, bro. You haven't seen Achilles, bro. That's absolute disgrace. But it's like one of the most famous movies of all time.
Yeah.
And it's very good.
Yeah.
But Brad Pitt's in there, and he plays Achilles. You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
And the guy in the Greek mythology, I guess you would say.
Yeah. Shredded.
So
all the Greek guys are shredded.
It's just an awesome fucking movie. But in the beginning, basically, he fights for his country, but he doesn't want to be in like the wars and shit. Like he wants to end the war. Like that's kind of his style, So in the beginning, like they're getting ready to run to his country. They go up to him. They're like, look, I'll send my best guy. You send your best guy. And these thousands of men don't have to die on this battlefield today. So this country, I forget what country it is, but they send out this fucking jacked fucking Ryan Coleman looking dude, bro. And he's just like got a double spear. And he's like,
Yeah.
And they just fucking Greeks just send out Achilles, and he comes out there and he just like finishes off his drink. Of course, like the movie scene, but that's how I'm picturing it, Finishes off his drink, bro. He just grabs his little blade and he like just starts charging the dude. The guy starts charging him and like he just cuts him so swiftly, because the guy's just too big. That's what I'm trying to say. He's just too big. Like it's
Dave and Goliath.
He's past the point. Yeah, but this is actually a killer. Dave wasn't that much of a killer. I mean, he had a slingshot. I'm saying when you're really fighting a killer, right? Like you're gonna get fucked up if you're that big, unless we're literally like, the thing about it is, right? If you were fighting in a room like this, you're dead, right? You're not gonna beat him. It's very low chance. It don't matter who you are. It's a very low chance, because at the end of the day, if someone's like they always say, a great fighter that's small will get beat by a great fighter that's big. You know what I mean? If skills match levels, the big guy will usually win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just usually how it goes, just because of the sheer strength.
We're not even sure if that big guy had it, though.
No, we don't know, but you get what I'm saying. Like, they have an advantage in small spots. That's what I'm trying to say.
100%. Close that distance.
Yeah.
Get on top of you.
But like in that Achilles scene, wide open, middle of the desert, you pick your weapon, I pick my weapon. You're just not quick enough. Like, I used to always think power was a big thing in fighting. It's not.
No.
It's speed, bro. Speed kills. That's what I'm learning. That's why I'm going to one day hit the DraftKings jackpot for $1 million. Because that's what I'm learning is that speed really is. It could be a guy that is not as good as a fighter as this other guy, bro. But this other dude is just he's slowing down over time. This dude has a huge speed advantage. He's not a better fighter, but he just gets there first, And it's huge, man.
You execute your timing better.
It's
with that
huge,
speed,
bro. And that's really how you kill people. That speed.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all knockout power,
I was watching this cool scientific breakdown that on ESPN, how to do sports science of.
I miss those, man.
They did Bruce Lee.
They still do those?
Yeah.
They still do?
They
Wow.
do it a different way now. It's not that guy no more, but they still
Yeah.
do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy was a little corny, but he was all right.
I don't do.
They were breaking it down, like showing like how Bruce Lee would do his 1-inch punch, bro.
Uh-huh.
To me, I always thought it was bullshit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, right.
But yo, they really show you a couple of videos of him doing it, bro. It's not fake, bro. And they really explain on how he was doing it. It's like basically the point of it is to not have a pivot. You know, so like no matter what, if you're fighting, you always kind of pivot off of one thing, you know.
Swing your body. Yeah.
Exactly. So he lines up straight, linear, so that he doesn't have a pivot, basically. And it's like he tenses up all of these muscles, every bit of muscle he can right here. He generates it from his leg and like passes that muscle in those connector spots to that fucking thing and just the slightest bam, and he gets it. And the way that like sports science was describing it was like, you know, in the therapist rooms, how they got them balls.
Yeah.
They were like, basically what he's doing with his arm is he's the middle balls. They don't move. You know what I mean? The arms don't move, but it transfers it to the other thing. Exactly. I was like, fucking insane, because I know he wasn't a scientist. So it's like him must just sitting there every day, like, this is how I generate the most power, and like just realizing, like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, must be pretty crazy.
That, and like, I mean, like, he was ripped, you know?
Yeah,
like,
he was super.
He was
that's
cut.
That's the argument they were making. Is like people say he might be one of the best fighters of all time. Who the fuck knows? But they were saying he might be one of the best athletes of all time.
Yeah,
when you really think about his body and what he was capable of,
because he was athletic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm athletic as shit, just quick. Cut, lean, super fucking fast and calculated, bro.
If he was in today's world and he was learning jujitsu and wrestling, bro, he would definitely be a threat. People always say he'll get his ass kicked, which he will. But if he trained the shit we train now with his speed and his mindset, it would have been great.
Well, I mean, like, who really knows? Because, you know, there's only like 2 videos of him fighting, and who knows? You know?
Yeah, but what they're saying is, like, at the end of the day, if he goes against any average MMA fighter, they start a fight. MMA fighter kicks him one time in the calf. You know, he never seen that really. That's not even a move that was really around.
Yeah,
that's the big thing about, you know, Joe and DC were talking about this, right? On the during the fights. You know, they were saying, like, how crazy is this, right? That this is the most advanced that hand-to-hand combat has ever been throughout history, right? It's hands down. Like, you're not going to find a better hand-to-hand combat specialist than you will nowadays. The most average MMA fighter is going to be better than 99% of troops, probably, you know, as far as all-around battle. So how is it, right, that thousands of years, bro, people have been fighting, right? And we've learned all these techniques. We know all these techniques. And the most effective technique in fighting is the calf kick, an outside calf kick, bro. It's insane, bro. It's very insane when you think about that. Like, the biggest men squaring up, and it's about who's going to kick whose calf the best. That's the point of combat that we're at, right? Because we respect these so much. We respect wrestling so much, BJJ so much, that I want to touch you with the least chance of me getting hit. It's a calf kick. It's a calf kick, you know? And we're seeing, I mean, the last 2 UFCs have had a fight stopped by calf kicks, dude. It's crazy. This one guy's shit was so busted up, right? That when the last kick hit him, yo, all the dude caught him was with toes. He just hit his toes like this. And he crumbled him, bro. Just because it was so broken down already, yo.
Yeah.
Like,
then, like, I'm sure you tweak it, you know.
Dude, they say 4 of them and it's over. Like, 4 of them and you're not moving.
If you don't check them bitches.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that they're trying to figure out. Is like, that's going to be the next step of hand-to-hand combat throughout human history.
Checking leg kicks.
Is how do you correctly check one? Because the problem was that guy I told you just got stopped with the toes. He checked 2 of them, bro. But that other guy was just firing them. Dude, he checked one with his kneecap. The dude broke his foot on his kneecap. But it hurt him so bad, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you think it's good till a motherfucker kicks you full power into your knee and that bitch don't work.
It's great because, I mean, you inhibit their ability to fight across the board.
It's cool, right? Because I like the picture, like, you're in a bar fight, right? You come out front and, like, leg kicks, though. It could be like a 6'8" guy. And you're just like, I just turn that hip over, bro, and you fucking collapse his shit. He's done. One calf kick will shut down any average dude, bro.
Either that or, like, he's trying to square up with you still. He doesn't necessarily fall, but, like, he's just limping the whole time, man. He's not going to be able to punch you, bro.
You get another one in.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Take another one.
Take him out, bro. Yeah. Get inside one. You know what I'm saying?
No, you never go inside, bro.
No?
Nope. You just go outside. That's the problem. People are wasting their time on the inside kicks. DC, hope he doesn't do it on Stipe 3. Keep an eye out for it because he did too many inside kicks last time. He landed multiple kicks, but he kept going inside half the time. And Justin Gaethje and Trevor Whitman will tell you, I only go outside. And you know what else Justin says? I don't go thigh no more. He goes outside calf. That's all he's doing. He says, if I get 4 of them in you, that's what he says. He says, that's what I'm trying to do to Khabib. If I get 4 calf kicks in Khabib, he's hindered. He's hindered for the rest of the fight. That's it. You know what I mean? That leg is damaged.
Oh, it hurts. Yeah.
Bro, you got to really put it. I don't know if you've ever seen Justin fight, yo. You've never seen something like how this man throws a leg kick, bro. He's a white boy, yo. And like Muay Thai guys are impressed by him. Like it's crazy. He'll get right in the pocket right there. And it's all about how you turn the hip over because you want it to come at an angle down.
Right.
Like you want to chop it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he just fucking, it's like, you can't even really fathom what he's doing, because like, the leg whips out to like gain that speed.
Yeah.
And it just comes down in a second. He just leans right into it, man. And it's crazy how much power he can land with that, man.
I do not ever want to be on the wrong side of a leg kick.
No.
I've seen them. I don't like them, bro.
Well, the thing is, like with the thigh, you have a lot of protection. It's a lot thicker, so you can take more of them. And the calf, you don't have as much protection. And it also has a specific nerve. It happened to Henry Cejudo when he fought Demetrius Johnson. It happened to Michael Chandler when he fought someone. You can hit a specific nerve that's right here on the side of the calf that will shut your foot down.
Yeah, I know that. That's something.
When Henry Cejudo first fought Demetrius Johnson, first round, 2 minutes in, he catches one right there, and his leg gives out. So he says you can still feel your legs there, but it's not doing what you're telling it.
Yeah,
it's like shut down. It's called a carotid nerve or something like that.
Funny bone, but I imagine way worse.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you watch him in the fight, he's like stepping on his ankle. Like that's the only way he can stay up, basically. It's like that because he can't straighten his foot out. It's crazy. So you know what I mean? So
that sounds terrifying.
That's where you go.
That sounds terrifying.
First, the best fighter of all time, Arthur. Right? You're just like, oh fuck, who already stopped you once?
And now you're just like, nah, I gotta be sure not to take leg kicks.
Henry's awesome, man. After that, I love seeing the inside of fighters. When he was talking about that, he's like, I never felt worse than when I lost that fight. To Demetrius is like, because he got put up against the cage and Demetrius just kept hitting him with knees to the body till he crumbled, basically.
Yeah.
And he's like, I never felt like more weaker as a man, like so disappointed in myself.
That's enshrined in history.
Yeah. I mean, but look at him. He turned around and did that shit.
Oh, yeah, 100%,
he came back.
man.
But he's like, it was just cool how he was talking. He's like, I called Sean Shelby, who's the matchmaker. He's like, I don't even want to fight no more, man. Don't even give me fights. Like had to find that passion again. He just felt so low. He's like, because he was describing it. He's like, your parents are watching, your family's watching. You got people there that you brought to the show, 20,000 fans screaming, and you're on the ground, just fucking crumbled, and people are cheering. It's like heartbreaking for a man, bro. Like, imagine if you got your ass kicked and people were cheering, dude. 20,000 people were just like, yeah! And you're just like, people were cheering when Askren got kneed in the fucking head, dude. And he was stiff as a fucking dead body.
In pain,
Yeah. He couldn't remember what was going on, dude. And people were like, yeah.
Well, and for me personally, like
it's very Gladiator.
The sound of Joe Rogan's voice piercing, we're just like, oh! I was just like, for me, that would do it for me. Where I'm just like, Joe, it's just, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you hear World Star, you're just like, oh no, fuck, I'm one of those bitches, man. That's like crushing.
That's what, man.
But the 20,000 fans plus pay-per-view, man.
And that's people try to clown me all day long for how serious I get about it, man. But it's a serious game of just like, I've watched too many street fights, bro. Like I couldn't picture seeing my son knocked out, bro. I just watched one from OC where like they knocked this guy out. You seen it on the bench. Yeah. And I'm just like, bro, I do not ever want that to be my son. I want him to know if it does happen, I at least want it to be, hey, you got him. You know what I mean? Where like that kid that got knocked out, bro, was a very bad move by him, dude.
Yeah.
Like somebody comes up, they hit me, bro. Do I want to fight this guy? If I want to fight this guy, then you fight him, right? If you do not want to fight him, you leave the scene.
I'm confused.
That guy's like walking around.
I'm confused, but there was another kid that was like involved, and he was about to square up, but didn't square up with someone, and that kid just walked off. I have no idea what that was about.
The one that started it, that was acting hard. He's the one that got KO'd on the bench, right? The bench,
yeah, right, yeah.
He was trying to fight someone else. That's the guy at the end who's getting beat up.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I
So he
got
was
you
on the
there.
bench and they just fucking knock him out and they end up beating the other guy too.
They
I'm
robbed him,
like,
man.
he's the one that started with the second guy that got beat up though. If you're that second guy, someone hits you from behind. Am I fighting this guy? No. Well, there's fucking 30, 40 people here. I don't know who he's with. Get the fuck out of here. You
Exactly.
got to know about your environment. You know,
And
he
then
hangs around there, right? He watches this other guy get beat up. And then what? They focus on him.
exactly,
Dumbass
yeah.
still sitting there.
Yeah. Now that was another thing. Is like this dude's like knocked out. He's getting hit in the face, and there's a girl right there with their camera on, just flash right in his face, bro.
Dude, did you watch it at the end where it's like 50 cameras?
No.
No, at the end when they're beating up the other guy, it's literally like 30 people chasing as he's like falling through the sand, getting beat up. They're like chasing him with phones, Joe. It's a very eerie sight for humankind. It's like like an insane amount of phones. You know what I mean? Like over 10 phones.
Yeah.
And they're all just like, what the fuck? It's like, it's crazy, bro. It's so crazy. Like,
You just, I mean,
I just
yeah.
want justice, bro. I just love justice. That's why I really want to serve justice.
I feel that, but like you look at that, bro. I mean, like you said, like there's it just kind of like it just gets on your bad side, man. You know, just something about it, you
bro,
see that, you're just like,
yeah, you get
know?
mad, don't you?
Yeah,
You get a little
yeah,
mad, you know. You're like,
yeah.
because what if that was your son on that video, bro, on that bench, yo? That's a different kind of fire.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
a different kind of fire,
Yeah.
bro. Not even if they did it to you, but they did it to your son, bro. You're like, man, you want to hurt people, bro.
But you know, like when I think about, like, let's say it was reversed, I think this kid that just got knocked out would probably do a similar thing. We have a kind of like this. We have a bigger problem in society when it comes to these particular instances where people are insensitive and just want to pull out their cameras and put it on the internet for whatever reason they got. You know, that's majority of the population. You know, like I think most people, they see that on the flip side where they're the camera holder, but they never could imagine that they're on the other side of that camera getting recorded, getting your ass beat, getting knocked the fuck out, getting assaulted, robbed, or whatever. And I think that's just I think it's a problem amongst the younger generation. And you know, like I don't know what it is. Like it's just that internet clout. You're part of this mob, you know.
Little Bibby, right? The shit is a shame the OGs didn't give him the game.
Yeah,
that's really what it is, bro. Is somebody is not teaching these people properly. They don't have the sign. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be Mr. Know-It-All, bro. But when it comes to fighting, I think I get it. I think I get it of the dangers of anyone you meet, any man you meet in life has the potential to knock you unconscious. People die, bro.
yeah.
People die every day from getting knocked unconscious, man. You have to have before you have fighting skill, you have to have situational awareness.
Yeah.
And the problem is these people don't take things serious. You want to be the guy there with your phone filming until next thing you know, you're getting hit from the left side.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have got out of here 5 minutes ago, but you wanted to see how things unfolded.
Yeah.
You wanted to be a part of this.
See that?
Now you're, you know what I mean?
That's what I don't do, man. Bro. I mean, like I've been young. You know, I was a young kid, and would run to the fights, and and pull my phone, try and record in school. Just be like, oh shit. You get past that.
You all do. You all do when you're young.
Exactly. But I mean, like nowadays is like you see all these people converging on one spot for a fight for whatever it is. I'm going the opposite direction because you know what happens, especially like around here, bro. Next, someone starts stabbing. Someone starts shooting.
Yep.
Next thing you know, you're in a fucking 15 versus 15 brawl.
And that's how and that's exactly how you got to tell your son, Steve, right there.
I saw a fight video the other day. There's two dudes squaring up in the middle of a dance floor. Dude gets, hit up a little bit, a little delirious, swings on the wrong person. Next thing you know, you have a 30 versus 30 person brawl because people are just they don't even know who to fight now. And then next, cops come, and you have a stampede. Just like there's just so much crazy shit that happens in this world. Too much people in one single area, man. Like
I've
ridiculous.
Been through it, yo. I've had multiple encounters like this, but I always think about the one craziest fucking fight I've ever been in my life was the biggest fight I've ever been in my life, of course, right? And you're just thinking like the chaos that erupts, it can't be controlled, Once you've got this many people involved. I don't know if I ever told you the story, but we got time today. But so of course I'm coming out of voltage. It has to be a voltage, right? Oh, good old Brian. Brian's just fucked up. Mario's fucked up, bro.
Is this Brian we know?
This is the Brian we know. This is the
Brian
Mario
Rivera?
we know. Yep.
Oh shit.
They're just fucked up, bro. So I'm posted up against the wall. Mario comes up. Dave Bell was there. So me and Dave are chilling. We're just sitting there waiting for everybody to come out, meet up with everybody. Mario comes up, and here comes Brian, just fucking obliterated, bro. There's these two black guys, like 35, 40 years old, right next to us, and like they just got out too. Brian just comes up. I forget what he said. I can't remember, but like he starts writing his mouth and being like, not coming at them, but just being dumb, drunk.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yo, back the fuck up. And you're like, you can already feel it. Yeah. You can already feel it in the air, bro. You're like, 2 a.m., yo. The club's already out.
Exactly.
No one got nothing to lose. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
No one cares. They already been. The club's over.
If you didn't leave with a girl, you got
nothing.
You're ready to fight. You're ready to fight.
Yeah. I'm fucking or fighting. That's what I used to say.
Exactly.
So you just sense it in the air, right? Yep. And you're like, oh fuck, basically, right? So next thing you know, they're like, I'm gonna fucking drop you. You see the boys start picking, well, the man, you know what I mean? Because I'm young, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're boys, they're men.
Yeah, exactly. We're boys, yeah. So he starts picking up his pants. I'm like, oh shit. So thankfully, Dave L's our black man, tries to negate the black men, you know. So he did play this one right. He did try and come over. He's like, Brian, chill, bro. He's like, he's fucked up, you know. I'm like, thank God Dave L did this.
Yeah.
Because it would not. It was just, if I came up, it probably was just gonna look worse. Like, shut the hell up.
You better spark off on you.
Bitch, right?
It sparked off on you.
Exactly, bro. So I'm like, I'm like, all right, cool. So they're calming down, bro. Bro, not a second later, I look behind me. There's just 20, 30 people, dog, come funneling out of Voltage's front doors right into the parking lot. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. I'm drunk as shit too, bro. It's giving me chills still thinking about it, dog, because it was like very scary, bro. It really was. Like it wasn't a fun one. You know what I mean? Because I got lost, bro. So next thing you know, I'm trying to put it all together. It's been a while since I told this story. But so I look back, like 20, 30 people are coming out, and I'm like, oh shit. I look over. And fucking Mackey's there, bro. Mackey, I used to tell you I was cool with. So I'm like, fuck. He's in there with his girl. His girl's getting hit. His girl's getting hit by people. Mackey's getting hit by people. At this point, I'm like, holy shit. I came with Mackey. So I'm like, I got to try and help here. So me and Dave L, we leave Brian and Mario. We start going over here, bro. I'm running towards Mackey and his girl, right? And he's like, I know. Somebody just bangs me in the back of the head, dude. As I'm running full speed. Somehow, dude, hits me right here, dude. I didn't even look back and see who it was, bro. That's how like chaotic
you just kept running.
I just kept running. So I'm running over to Mackey. So like Mackey's in this big ass group. I get Mackey out of there, and fucking this parking lot is just erupted with fights everywhere. Fucking cars are coming by, dude. Like we're dodging cars. So next thing you know, I'll never forget this in my fucking life, bro. We come up. We finally get to the car. I got Dave L. Mackey and his girl with me. Next thing I know, this guy comes right up. Like, this is all happening one after another, dude. This guy comes right up. He's like, I'll fuck your bitch to Mackey, right? Right? That's because he was like, that's my girl. Leave her alone. He's like, I'll fuck your bitch. So the dude sees Mackey, right? So he comes up. He's like, what the fuck's up? So they just start scrapping. Next thing I know, 7 people run up on Mackey, bro, and they start banking him. So, like, I'm against the car right here. Dave L's right here. Tom's right here. Next thing I know, yo, a guy comes running up. Like, I walk over in front of Tom, and I'm going towards Mackey. Dude runs right up, cracks Tom, bro, drops him. Drop Tom, folded him against the side, yo. Knockout, bro. Nah, I'll never forget it, dude. I'll never forget it, bro. So at this point, I'm just like, I got so many threats, yo, and so many thoughts going.
What the fuck?
I got so many threats and so many thoughts that I'm just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, at this point, I'm like, where's Brian and Mario? How am I getting out of here? So I see Mackey over here. He's getting jumped by like 7 people, bro. And his girl's trying to pull him out, but she can't. So I come running over, yo. I swear to God, bro. Remember like it was yesterday, yo. That's why I'll never forget this story. I'm running up full speed trying to get in here and like get in to get Mackey and pull him out. As I'm running up, bro, I see this guy. Like I'm running like there's groups right here, right? I'm running up to Mackey right here, and I see this guy running up right here, like right on the outside of the group. Comes full speed, bro, and kicks Mackey right in the head as he's getting up. Like he's trying to get up like this. Fucking KOs him flat, bro. KOs him flat. Like Mackey's fucking hands came out from underneath him and his fucking head hit the ground, dude. And at this point, I'm the only one there. So I look back. I'm like, I look back at Dave L. Tom's folded. Mackey's folded. These guys are ready to just move to their next attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I dip out. I try to come back around like these couple cars. So
Sounds like a Warzone play you got going
yeah,
on.
bro, exactly. So listen, bro. So I'd go right. So I run back around the car. I'm like, I'm gonna go behind this van. Then I'm sorry to say it, but when they back up, I'm gonna grab Mackey's body and get him out of there. That's what I'm thinking because I'm like, I can go fight 7 guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're been expecting.
I go around the back of the car, and what do I run into? 6 more different guys, bro. It was like some white and Spanish guys. I don't want to say the guy's name, but everybody knows this guy. I don't want to say him on the thing, right? So like I run right into them like a movie, bro. When somebody hits the hall in school and you're like, bam, there's 6 guys right there, bro. And they just got like out of a fight. So they're just hyped up. And I'm like, and then I remember the guy who I don't want to say is looking at me. He's like, who the fuck are you? I'm like, who the fuck are you? As soon as I say that, a guy from the side pops me. So these are grown men too, bro. These are grown men, yo. So I'm like 18, you know what I mean? So like I stumble into the vehicle. I look at them, bro. I just give these 2 little fake ones, like, and I run around the vehicle. So at this point, I come around, Mackey's there. I go up, I grab Mackey, I drag Mackey over to his car. I got Tom and Mackey right here. I'm trying to get both of them up. All this shit still's going on. I fucking throw him in the car. Now Mackey's coming back out of a concussion and he wants to drive. I'm trying to be like, don't drive, but I want to get out of here. So Mackey fucking grabs the car. We fucking pull out of there, yo. We had like 2-3 cars on the way out, dog. He was concussed. Yo. He woke up from a KO. Yeah. Tom's in the back, like, yo. So we're driving around. Next thing you know, we see Brian and Mario walking on the street. We're like, get in, bro. We drive back to my house, smoke some blunts, and drink some drink. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my
what
God,
the fuck?
Bro? I haven't ever heard this, man.
Yo, it was insane, bro. It was, you know what it felt like? The Warriors, the movie.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like, yo. Like,
you see 2 of your boys get knocked out.
Not that, but yes, that. But it was just the fact of everywhere I went, I couldn't get away from the danger. That's what I'm trying to explain in this story. That's how I would explain it to my kid. It's like I was trying to avoid the danger. The danger was right there. I tried to, get out of danger. I ran into more. I go from the Brian thing to trying to get Mackey. Tom gets KO'd. Mackey gets KO'd. I run around, run into another group of guys. I grab Mackey. We had just trying to explain on how chaotic things can get in them big fights. You don't know what's coming. I told you I got popped twice. I did nothing. I just kept moving. Yeah. Because I'm just like, if they knock me out, they're gonna stop me. I just seen 2 of my friends get knocked out. I'm not getting knocked out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm like, they're gonna stop. They're going to stop.
That's the thing, bro. I've never seen like people get dropped like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mackey,
especially like in your group. I've never seen any of my boys get dropped.
Bro, the Mackey KO is the worst KO I've ever seen live, yo. They were stomping him. And to Mackey's credit, this is all over him sticking up for his girl, bro. Well, they're stomping him and they're not really holding him down. They're just stomping him. So he puts his hands down like this and like push-up stance to get up. Yeah. But on his knees. And right before he got up, bro, that dude hit him shin to his fucking face, bro. And his arms came out from underneath of him. Hit him so hard like that, yo. He came down right on his fucking face, bro.
Yeah. Yep. Dead weight.
Gruesome.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like I've never seen like 2, let alone 1 of my boys get fucking knocked out,
bro. And I'm in the middle. Tom's right here KO'd. Mackey's right here KO'd, and I'm right here.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like, oh my God, bro. At that moment, I'm just like, fuck. Like it's just,
yeah, bro.
I mean, you pretty much had to do what you had to do. I'm surprised you made it out of there alive.
That's what I'm saying. Is I've experienced some shit. I know what the fear of it is. I've been through a couple scenarios, bro. I know how it really is. Like I feel like people have a false sense, like
oh yeah,
they think that was 100%. Fun. That was not fun. At no point was I laughing. At no point was I happy.
No, man.
I don't even talk about that like it's a good story. You know what I mean?
People might talk about it in a good light if they were the ones knocking people out.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. But on that one, bro.
I'm not going to be the one happy about stomping out, a dude with 7 people. Like I'm not happy about that.
I have never seen nothing like that or experienced.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was the feeling in the air. Like how we're talking about, you can feel it, and we're about to fight 1-on-1. You can feel it in the air.
Yep.
It's like it's a different kind of feeling in the air, bro. When like that many people are about like. It's like estrogen and testosterone just goes up and you smell it, and it's like hot. You're just like, what the fuck, bro?
And I mean, like I said, you feel the tension, you feel it all, man. It's all there. And I've always wondered if people feel the same feeling in that particular scenario, and that's why like shit just pops off like that. Like everyone just feeling the same type of angst, and they're just like, bro, first sketchy dude comes towards me, I'm dropping his ass.
Yeah.
Like just like, and then like a voltage, like you said, like you have 6 or 7, you have a group of 6 or 7 grown men rolling in,
Yeah.
and if you didn't take home a girl and leave by then when it shut down, you was ready to scrap. I mean, like that's the only reason you stuck
And I'm here with
around.
a fake ID. You know what I mean? I don't even belong in this bitch.
2 of your boys are already down.
2 boys are down. I lost my other 2.
That's what I want to happen. I want to know what they were doing that whole time.
I have
It's
no
just like,
idea, bro. I have no idea. We just seen them on the street later.
you gotta ask him one day. You gotta ask him one day. Just feel like, bro.
I'll tell you, Brian don't remember. Because that motherfucker was drunk as I ever seen him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't stand drunk.
I mean, that's a different time period too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes, everyone's still like 21, 20. You're 19, 18. Like, I was probably still 17 at the time, whatever, It's like, that's just so crazy.
I'm just saying, I've never been more scared in my life, man. I've never been more scared in my life than that moment, And it's usually the fights that get you.
You can smell the scrap intent.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, man. It's like
you can smell the scrap intent. I like that one.
He's fully intending to fucking scrap. Like, he's ready
yes,
to go.
well,
He's ready to go. And like you said last time, like sometimes you don't want to fight those guys. This guy's already ready to go, man.
Exactly, bro.
Just like when you ran into that one dude behind those cars, they just got out of a fight. They're just ready to fight more.
They were way more ready than I was.
Exactly. You were ready to get out of there.
So it was one of the sickest moments of my life. And that's usually what fights are, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you one more I got here.
There you go. This
is a little different style here, right? A little different style. So I'm at Graffiti Warehouse, right? It's me, my boy Joe,
classic.
my boy Shane. So next thing you know, bro. Oh, Dave L's there. Dave L's there too. We're gone. We're gone on Somalian drink. Everybody's gone, right? Long story short. Next thing I know, big ass fight breaks out. Anytime I was with fucking Shane, if a big ass fight broke out, it was usually fucking Shane. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I knew already, yo. So I go up, like, we end up getting a big fight with these 2 white boys, right? So at the end, Shane's going crazy. He's like, these motherfuckers begged me, you know what I mean? You weren't there. I'm like, yo, I didn't even know what was going on. I mean, I'm on the other side and shit. I'm like, whatever you want to do, bro. Whatever you want to do. So they start leaving and we see them leaving. So I'm like, all right, well, I gotta make up for it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So we got to the parking lot. Certain shit you never forget, bro. But we see them pulling out. As we come in the parking lot, see them pulling out. You got to come up to the thing that goes up.
Yep.
So when they go up to that, the white boy, he's driving, he's rolling up a blunt. The other white boy ain't in there no more. There's a black boy in the passenger seat. And he's rolling up a blunt, like this. And me and Shane are hiding behind a car right here, watching him roll it up the thing. Bro, I ran out full fucking speed and just fucking right on the fucking eye socket, bro. I had to affirm first. Of course, I was like, "That him?" He's like, "Yeah, it's him." So I come up, I crack him right behind me. Shane cracks his. I remember I blew the fucking blunt out of his mouth. That's why I remember the blunt. He's like this. Pow, pow, that shit went flying. So Shane comes up, follows up. They pull off. They're skidding off, right? So we chase them. This is on North Avenue, dude. We're running down North Avenue at this car that's dipping off, right? Bro, next thing I know, yo, this car pulls over, bro. The boy in the passenger seat gets out, and bro, he was big, Steve, yo. Like, like way too big, bro. Like way too big. And I'm with 2 little guys, you know what I mean? Like, man, and I'm like sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, we chased this car about 2 blocks, so it's like I had to ride the opposite way.
At this point, exactly.
Yeah. This is the one time in my life where I was like, we're banging this guy.
He's getting jumped. Like,
so we fight this guy in the middle of North Avenue, 3 of us, all 3 of us, just 3 white boys fighting this, like, he's like 6'6", black dude, cocky, and he's throwing haymakers, bro. Thank God we all pretty much avoided it. Got a couple little back shots in when we can. Next thing we know, a car pulls up. It's just 2 women. They come out and start beating them up, like smacking them and shit. Like, get the fuck in the car. And they drive off. I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? But the whole point of the story was just was all being on the other side of it, where it was a one-on-one fight, and I was still scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was one that I was chasing.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know why. That story would be way cooler if I just said I snuck that guy and they drove off.
Yeah.
That would be such a cooler story.
Right.
But for some reason, we followed them a block and then run up North Avenue, yo. And I guess the guy in the passenger was just like, "Yo, fuck these white boys." You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like, they're chasing. Like,
well, if you're 6'6" and cocky, it's just like, let me scrap these guys.
Like,
you know.
And credit to him, he got out. Yeah. He got out and squared up with us, bro. Three guys.
And he wasn't even part of the initial fight.
No, he wasn't. He was not.
So he was just like, I got you, dog.
He wasn't, bitch.
They snuck you, man. I got you, dog. You know, they're chasing us, bro. I'm ready. And he squared up with y'all.
That was one of the scariest times also, and it wasn't even the same thing. You know what I'm saying, though?
That's what I'm saying. You
man,
if you got knocked out, he'd probably not gonna kick you in the face. He'd probably continue to scrap your boys, you know.
Yeah.
Eventually,
the fact of how hard, cement. Like, you think about things like that,
Bro, yeah, hell yeah, man.
Remember them two Baltimore boys that killed that guy in OC?
Yeah, man.
You know what happened 2 years ago?
Yeah.
They just hit him one time. Yep. He hit the ground and died.
Yep. I think something like that happened back in Frederick recently, like the past couple months ago. When that robbery that happened, they just knocked the dude out, died from it,
That's insane.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
I mean, it's a different game. Like there literally is life at stake. And if you're not injured bad enough by the initial knockout, now you're unconscious, and now you're left at the will of your opponent and whoever people come up to him, bro.
How many times does he want to hit you?
I mean, exactly. And how long is someone else going to let him hit you?
If they come, bro.
If they come. You know what I'm saying? How many cameras would be put in your face? I mean, like, it's just that's what I'm saying. It's different, man. And I feel you definitely got to be ready for that shit.
And all I'm saying is my number one rule, that's the only thing I'm preaching, is avoid the KO. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're always going to get involved in something. All I'm saying is do not get KO'd, bro, because from there, it can get very bad.
Well, I mean,
and your head can hit the fucking ground.
Yeah, I mean, like, of course, there's scenarios that, like, come to you, but, like, when you have a person that you go out with and they're starting shit and that's becoming a problem where, like, you got to fight because of this person, it's like, bro, I haven't started one fight since we've been out here, man. I have not started one of these fights. But every time I turn around and you're fighting and I'm fighting with you.
What is it about alcohol that makes people think they can fight?
I don't know, man. I have no fucking clue. No idea. Again, sometimes people bring it to you and, they bump into you and they're just like, watch the fuck out. And then it's just like, hold up, man. Like, what the fuck? But then again, man, like I said, if you have someone that's always fighting when you're out, it's just like, God, this is like, come on. At one point, it's just like, look, man, I can't go out with you anymore. Like, you just causing too many fights.
Turtle, bro.
That's
what I had to do with Turtle, yo. Just like too many times, bro.
You're causing too many fights.
Too many times. I'll tell you, one time I didn't get in a fight. Just a dude that was like that, bro. Where it's like just for no reason, dog. It's like probably 1 a.m. in the club, and I'm just like wiping some sweat off my head, yo. I'm not even looking at nothing. I'm just wiping some sweat off my head, bro.
Yeah.
So the stage is right here. And there's like these curtains right here that are blocking off a section. Bro, next thing I know, a motherfucker runs at me full speed, hops over the fucking railing through this fucking curtain, comes right in my face, dude. I'm not even looking at this guy. I don't even know he exists. Comes right in my face, yo. And he comes at me, he's like, "You think me and my boys are bitches?" Yeah, I swear to God, I had no idea who this guy was at all, bro. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't see any of him, nothing, bro. He's right here, yo. He's like, "You think me and my boys are bitches?" I'm like, "Who?" Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Just like, fuck this guy, basically. I'm like, "Who?" Yeah. Next thing I know, this white boy jumps over the fucking railing, yo. And they got me like this, yo. And they're like, "You think we're pussy?" And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I literally have no idea what this was about, bro. I still to this day don't know.
Right.
But like people the guy you're talking about that always starts fights, I left that. I didn't fight, right?
Yeah.
I left that. That was a fighting opportunity. I didn't. They kicked me out.
Yeah.
Right? So when I leave, I go outside. Guess who's there? Turtle. Guess what happened? He got in a fight. He got beat up. That's why I don't know if you ever seen the picture of Turtle when he's like this and there's that cut. That's that night.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what? He's like, none of y'all have my back.
That's always the best. It's like,
man,
bro,
he was out back, dude.
It's like, bro, you're getting the fights when no one's around you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm like, and what part do you think in this fucking like 1,000 person rave Do you think I'm gonna find you if you get in a fight by yourself?
Some people just do not fucking think, man. They just
I mean,
get like that
they're
when they're
caught in a
drunk. They get
moment, you
so
know.
dumb, man.
I mean, there was one instance at one of the Life and Colors I went to. You know, like I'm dancing. I was by myself at the moment. You know, I'm dancing and shit. I had a couple paintballs on me, whatever. I bump into this guy, knock his beer out of his hand. I mean, like $10 beer. I get it. You know, he's upset. Just like, man, he's like, bro, you gotta pay for that, man. It was like, you know, I'm just like, so I'm just like, I'll give you these 2 paintballs, bro. Like, I mean, that's what I got. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. You know, we good. And he takes them. He just like, yeah, we good, man. It's cool. You know, just like, I don't know. It could have become something better because I mean, some people will probably look at that and be like, I ain't paying for shit, bro. What do you mean? I ain't no bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I wish I was there for that.
some people would take it
Because
to a different
I
level.
definitely would have had to say so if he said it like that. Because I'll tell you what, bro. My beer's been spilled 50 times. My drink's been spilled 60 times. You know what I mean? It's like a ridiculous amount of times. Yo, I've never once said that to somebody.
Yeah.
Never once, yo. And you don't, I'm like, look, my boy can pay for that. You know what I mean? But he ain't got to. You know what I mean? And we didn't say we wasn't. I want to get you a beer, brother. You know what I mean? But he ain't got to do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I've never heard nobody say no shit.
I wasn't pulling no cash out, you know. I wasn't pulling no cash
Yeah.
out, you know. Could have gone different.
Give
But
me all your drugs.
Paintballs. I was just like, I'll give you these 2 paintballs, bro. What you mean 2 paintballs? That is $10, you know. But it's definitely I mean, like it's not like I'm handing over $10. Like I was just like that wasn't gonna happen.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
You can't.
It was like
if anything, I'd be like, bro, walk out with me. I'll go get us a drink right now. I'll buy you a drink. I can give you $10. I just can't do it.
At this point, it feels like you're robbing me. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
I'm sorry about your drink. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, man.
Trust me, I had no intention of bumping your drink.
It's like I'm drunk, you're drunk. You know, just like
the times that I have corrected it was times that I know I blatantly did it. You know what I mean? Like I remember one time I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like I'm going like this, yo. I'd fucking karate chop someone's drink down.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Come with me, bro."
Yeah.
Bought him a shot and a beer. You know what I mean? I'm
exactly.
like, that's
what I'm saying.
Because when you hit it like that, though, it goes flying. You know what I mean? Like I made drink fly up and hit multiple people.
Exactly.
Bro.
Yeah. But, plus that guy.
People do so much dumb shit. I just think of like,
But,
man,
like,
when I think about my club days, all these memories come back. I just think about how much dumb shit people do.
It's stuff like that like, you know, where it's like, that's how, you know, like things aren't escalated, you know, it's just like, you know.
There's like, I can remember so many guys, bro. Like, for example, there used to be guys that like, you know, if you don't got a girl, you're mad, would fucking, at the end, yo, when they got done a drink, they would just throw it on the dance floor, yo. Just to be a dick, you know, just to get somebody wet, bro. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Right. And I remember guys that were like, yo, purposely miss the toilet when they were pissing and think that was funny, bro. I'm like, what, yo? Like, man, I can never see you and fucking, I don't ever want to see you in my life again.
But I've seen so many people just like, you just see a line, you know, there's people in the urinals and like drunk dudes just going up. And there's fucking pissing on the walls on the ground in front of them. It's just like, God damn, bro.
I've never
like,
been that dude.
What the fuck? You know? Oh, look. If I'm drunk, you know, I'm trying to pee real quick. I'm just furred, you know, it's just like, you might have like a weak start real quick. You dribble on the ground a little bit, and then you get the rest, you get it going. Or maybe you miss aim real quick. You know, you're fucked up. But man, I'm correcting and putting it right back in that fucking toilet, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're not just pissing everywhere.
You learn your secrets. Like, for example, if I was at a rave and the bathroom was jammed up, like it used to be at fucking Paradox down there, you just drink your drink, bro. Find a corner. Let your boys block you for a sec. Piss in the drink. Throw it in the trash can. Is it the best thing? No. Right? But no one knows what happened, and you didn't have to go back there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what you should do, because I don't want to give people pissy fucking trash bags, but when you're out there, I'm not going to piss on a wall. You know what I mean? This ain't the best thing, but ain't the worst thing. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you're not pissing all over the venue or wherever it's fucking held. You know,
you offer that drink to someone.
Bro, you want a beer? Yeah.
Reminds me of my my mom's boyfriend, bro. I used to have a lot of problems with, man. I remember I used to buy a 6-pack. I'd crack every single beer in the 6-pack, bro. Bottles. Yeah. Screw tap, thank God. I'd pour just a tiny bit out, dog, and tap everyone off with piss.
Oh yeah.
Put them right back on.
Never caught on, huh?
Never caught it.
There you go.
Love that pissy beer.
There you go. There you go. A little success for you right there, man.
I used to try and get them every chance I could, you know?
You got to take what you can get.
Hated them.
You got to take what you can get, man. You know? That's one you get away with. You know, you find it funny. You know, he's drinking your
Well, this
piss.
is the guy I told you, has put
Yeah.
hands on me.
Yeah.
So when somebody puts hands on you, bro, and you
Oh,
can't
it's
beat
different, bro.
him up,
Exactly, it's different.
you're like,
You
okay.
you get dirty,
He used to
man.
put pubes on his sandwiches. Just straight cut pubes, put it right on his sandwich, bro. Made me so happy.
That's what I'm saying, man. When
It's the little
when
things.
it comes to shit like that, though, man, it's like you get diabolical. You get you're like,
Yeah,
look, bro.
Toothbrush, that's going in the toilet. I clean the toilet with his toothbrush. I mean,
Yeah, I would personally just put directly on my ass. It's just like it's
like
just a little,
my balls,
yeah. Maybe pee on it a little bit,
just the little things.
Yeah, and then you watch them. I mean, I'm all for a little petty revenge, That's more than just petty revenge, though. But you know what I'm saying?
Hate. That's hate.
Oh yeah, that's passionate hate.
It's weird. It's weird living with hate like that. I don't live with that no more. I don't hate nobody like that.
No, man. No, I don't. There's a lot of people I think about, and I mean, like me personally, just like, yeah, look at you differently, but man, yeah, you get no space in my head.
I just have a whole different level of self-confidence too.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah.
Like when I was, that was happening when I was 13. It's like, it's hard to sell it to like one day.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 5 times the man you are.
Yeah.
Like you don't see that.
Like me, like I find myself in like various ways of just like kind of like ups and downs where you feel a little more insecure as day, you feel way more confident as day. But I'm always way more up than down, bro. No matter what. At the end of the day, bro, I feel confident shit and my ability, what I'm working at, what I'm trying to do and shit. Man, I just feel confident, bro. Like shit doesn't bother me as much, and nor do like how people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Just like as I'm older, just like look and do some crazy shit. Fuck you, move on. You know what I mean? Just like I'm not giving no one space, man.
There's one thing that still gets to me, which is it's my pride. Like I feel like I can let my ego go. I can let I can not be. When we're talking about fighting, when it gets to that point of like anger, hatred. I can let a lot of shit go for egotistical, but like when you go, like I feel like you insulted my pride. That's when it's like, man, that I can get fired up over that. That does bother me, man.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it's like it's been a while since like I've been in a position like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I mean,
but
like
you can think of times in your mind, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Like that time I told you about with the veterans at that party.
Yeah,
yeah. I hold it for a second and a half. I'm just like, I wish I could kick your ass because I don't like that you're talking to me like this.
Okay, bro, you don't got it right now. I'm gonna fuck you up. It's like it only take about a second and a half.
Oh, well, I'm actually a 2-time Golden Glove boxer, bitch. Let's go.
I'm just saying, like it's just like at this point, it's like, what are you even trying to say, bro? Just
like, dude, I'm fucking 15.
You chop me with a minigun. I hope you could.
Dude, you're a military vet. I could chop you with a vet.
I hope you can. If you miss with a minigun. 1,000 rounds per minute. It was like, or second.
And meanwhile, we're in the group of like a bunch of 16-year-old girls. Like, the fuck are you trying to fucking?
Come on, bro. Come on. You know, bro. This. I'm
TikTok,
sure.
TikTok guys.
They probably recreated it on TikTok to this day. They're just like, yeah, how long would it take you? It's just gonna take that second.
It's so crazy, man. You get me when we talk like this. It gets me thinking about so many memories that like are imprinted, but I forget about them. And just thinking about that memory brought me like to that other memory of like one of the most embarrassing times of my life, dude. Long story short, bro, I'm on this big ass patio out back of Middle River. And there's a bunch of girls around, and we got a fucking half gallon of Ciroc, dude. And we've done poured it all up. Like it's like getting close to the end of the night.
Right.
So it's like the end. And like, man, this is one of my most embarrassing, dumb moments of my life, where like I literally I just hate who I was, But so there's this one girl, and she's like, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this bottle? She's like, throw it. And like, that's not me. Like, I would never do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she's like, throw it. And then like a couple of my friends are there, and like, yeah, just chuck it off of there. And there's like water back there. And that's all right, I'll throw it in the water. It's not that far, like 20, 30 yards.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll throw it in the water. So I fucking cock this bitch back, bro.
Launch it.
Didn't look, Steve. I didn't look. I wasn't paying attention. I was drunk, trying to be cool. There was a fucking roof, Steven. I just chuck this thing right at the top of this fucking roof, right the top patio. We're on the patio. There's a roof on top of the patio, and I don't even notice, dude. I'm just looking out into the water, so I chuck this thing. I'm trying to get some hang time, so I throw it up, and it just hits the roof of the patio, bro. It comes down. There's 40 people at this party, bro. Everybody's just looking at me, yo. And I'm just like, I look away right away because I'm so fucking broken and nervous. I'm just like, ugh. So I start talking to like Kurt and them and shit.
Yeah, you try to play it off.
Try to play it off, bro. And next thing I know, like a guy comes up to me. He's like, "Did you throw that bottle, bro?" I'm like, "No."
Everyone saw you.
Everyone, dude. Everyone saw me, dude. I'm like, "No." And then my boys were like, "He didn't throw it," you know. And like and the guy knew that I threw it, yo. And he's just like, "All right, we don't be throwing nothing else." I'm just like, "All right, I can throw it." Yeah. Bro, when you talk about like one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, dude, that was it.
I'll tell you one of the moments kind of flip it. I'll tell you one of the moments where I felt really proud of the people that kind of was around at the time. I forgot who was all there, but I do remember you being there. I remember it was Jeff. I remember Nebby being there. I know it was Matt Ellison. I forgot, maybe it might have been Dave O, someone else. I'm not sure. But I remember we had just went to the construction site of Joseph Lee, and we were messing with the fire extinguisher and shit that we took and whatnot. And once we, emptied it, we were on the Eastwood Bridge. I remember next thing you know, the kid Matt just chucks it off the bridge over the highway onto like the fucking highway. You know what I'm saying?
Matt Ellison did that?
Yeah, yeah. I remember you were there, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
'cause
faintly
we were
remembering
drunk.
this.
We were drunk as
Uh-huh.
shit. And next thing you know, bro, all of us are just stepping to him. And it's like, bro, what the fuck was that, man? What the fuck are you doing?
I
What
do
type of
remember
dumbass
that.
shit? Like I remember. I think I forgot. I think it might have been you, I don't know. But I remember someone pushing him, just being like, what the fuck is that? Like,
No,
what are
do
you doing? That's what I'm
remember
saying.
this,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
I didn't remember it being a fire extinguisher, but
It
I
was a
do
fire
remember
extinguisher,
it was a
bro.
fire extinguisher.
It was a fire extinguisher, bro.
That's
Yeah.
insane. That hits home on that bridge, bro, because I've been through that before when I was younger, man.
Yeah.
With older kids, the older kids I used to hang with when they
Yeah.
were building shoppers. We used to go back there and fuck with their shit. They used to have these big ass fucking boats that were like this big. And these two kids that I hung out with, they would grab these boats and go on top of the bridge, yo, and chuck them off at cars, bro. Yo, and I was like 3 years younger than them, dog. And I remember still like just too much empathy in that kid, boy. I'm just like, I know that's a bad thing,
Yeah.
bro. I'll break a window or something.
Yeah.
I ain't fitting to
Yeah.
fucking throw no big ass boat off of here.
I've never thrown shit off a bridge, bro.
Because after that, I heard a story about these kids threw a bowling ball, bro, and it went right through the front and hit the
Yep.
guy in the fucking face.
I've seen a couple stories since then where a couple kids
Oh,
it was like a decent sized rock. You can pick it up with your hand, and chucked off the bridge,
and
killed
they
the guy.
it, right?
Killed the guy,
They
yeah.
got charged with murder.
Yeah. There's like 4 of them, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
They were like 15, 16, 17, They're just like, man.
What do you think they deserve?
I think murder's appropriate,
How many years? 25 years? Tough one, right?
Yeah, it's tough, it's definitely tough. But the guy who throws the rock definitely gets a little more,
Think so?
You know what I'm saying?
What about if they were all throwing it, but like they know which one hit that truck or that car?
Even though even though it's there, like they didn't kill someone at the end of the day, like there's still that.
I hear
This
you.
guy took the guy's life, so he does get some more. It's tough. It's tough to put a time on it, man. But again, you killed someone. I know it was just a stupid. Now I'm sure you highly regret it, but still,
just do what I always suggest, dog, and make it easy on yourself. Pretend your daughter was in that car, bro.
Yeah.
You wouldn't care so much about that 25. That 25 don't sound
100%,
so bad, right?
100%, yeah,
You're like,
100%,
you
man.
fucking dumb motherfucker. I was in the same situation before, and I didn't throw shit.
Exactly.
You dumb bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You took everything that I love from me, motherfucker. If I'm that family, man, I don't give a fuck about you guys.
Never.
I'm sorry. I would not say that 4 kids should be put to death.
No.
How old were they? Do you remember?
I just remember their ages varying between like 16, 17, because I know they were charged. I believe they were charged as adults.
Whoa,
So
that's getting up there. Okay,
so I think they were close. I think they were close enough,
Yeah, then we're getting you some time, man. We're actually getting you some time.
So,
yeah. But if I thought they were like 13, 14.
I'm not sure. I remember them being a lot older than that age, I believe,
Because I am more lenient on a child. I understand a child can make a mistake, but you do have to serve your time for the murder.
Yeah, as I'm saying. Let's say you are at 12, 13, 14, maybe you don't get that 25 years, but still, man, you gotta understand that, Like, like, come on, bro, you took a life.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen you heard that they made that movie Just Mercy. They made that free. Like the Black Lives Matter protest.
Yeah.
It's
I
free
got
and
you.
everything. Why
Yeah,
check that out, bro? Fucking good ass movie, man. It's
I'm
got
gonna watch
good
it.
actors too,
I'm gonna
bro.
watch it. Yeah,
Fucking Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx are the main actors.
yeah.
They just fucking kill it, man. But it's a true story. And it's about a murder that happened in Alabama. This 18-year-old was killed in a deli. Bro, they just straight up grabbed a random black guy, bro. They just grabbed a random fucking black guy and they
Yeah.
locked him up, yo. And then they grabbed a random white guy, right, who was facing a bunch of time, and they made him be the witness basically. And he got 30 years instead of life. And that was the only thing, bro, that basically had that man convicted there. And he sat there on fucking. They put him on death row before he even got convicted, bro. He was on death row already, yo. So they had nothing, bro. And this fucking lawyer, God bless his heart. You want to talk about a civil rights guy that people should know? It's fucking Brian Stevenson, which is the goddamn lawyer that Michael B. Jordan plays, because he fucking ended up freeing you over 100 people off of death row for either getting them reviewed, delayed, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And well, that was one of his easiest ones, because that case he ended up going to the person that did it, because they had a whole nother tape of this person, this white guy. They had a whole nother tape, bro, where he's like, I just don't feel right convicting a person that's innocent.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
He says it.
That's crazy,
They
man.
save it and they put it away, bro, in the evidence, but they never show it. So they eventually they get him to fucking say it on there, where that guy goes and visits him, and they're like, and he breaks him down basically.
Sure.
Talking
I'm
about
sure
his
it'd be
kids and
easy,
shit.
man, because he never felt good about it.
And that guy recants his statement.
Yeah.
And they end up doing like a thing, and the Alabama judge still denies it, bro. Still, after he recants his statement, it's the only thing that's putting this guy in jail. He still say no.
That's what I'm
So they
saying,
take it to
man.
the Alabama Supreme Court, and thank God they are the ones that overturned it.
Yeah.
And the state didn't even fight it, bro. Once like Brian Stevenson broke that shit down, man. Like once they did that, the state agreed with them that the charges should be dropped. And they did not want to do that.
I mean, you'll always have controversial decisions, but I mean, like, it seems like this, for the most part, like the Supreme Court has, made the right call, most of the time. I mean, like, of course, there's always gonna be contention
That's the
there.
state Supreme Court,
You know what I'm saying?
right?
Yeah,
Just so you know.
yeah, exactly. It's the highest court in the state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, normally when you get to those high powers like that, man, like, typically you do tend to see like more like. I don't want to say progressive because that's the wrong name to put on it, but like you'll see more of like a logical approach to things to do it right.
Why is that?
I don't fucking know, man.
You got a theory?
Why that may be?
Why would you think that is?
I mean, to just have to instill some type of trust in the people, or I mean, I'm not sure.
I'll tell you mine. Those people right there, right? When you first of all, that's an easy ass case to say overturn, right? A very easy one, right?
Right.
And when you do that, right, in a very obvious case that everybody can see is wrong, you're a hero, right? Everybody wants to be a hero. Everybody wants to be the good person, right? So that Supreme Court, they're the top of the food chain. The judges are ahead of the lawyers, but the Supreme Court's ahead of the judges, right?
Yeah.
They're all in the same pockets. It's not that anything's different, right?
Right.
But that judge, he's literally in the pocket of the lawyers. He's in the same pockets of them. He cannot overturn that because it's already been convicted by a juror, which was all white, just to add that on there. Wouldn't allow blacks.
Yeah.
Try not to say blacks anymore. Sorry, everyone. Ever since someone said, "What's a black?" I've been trying to avoid that one. But would not allow it, so they overturned it, right? So the judge, he can't, because his pockets are getting lined by this system. And guess what also, right? If you're the Supreme Court and you're all in the same pocket, you say, listen, judge, you're going to fucking agree with them, right? And the lawyer's going to fucking fight the case too. And I'll be the one to say this man should be free. I'll get the credit for this. When you're at the top of the food chain,
I got you on that.
That's how I feel about it.
I mean, in one particular way, I mean, like you see the Supreme ruling, like on the court ruling on like gay marriage. I mean, you have Brown versus the Board of Education at the time. I mean, at the time where everyone was still really fucking racist. Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying, but like, you get the Roe v. Wade. And I mean, like, these are decisions that usually that were carried out really early on. You know what I'm saying? At the time where you would sit there and think and just be like, the Supreme Court's just as racist as anyone else. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying?
You would
Like,
think, right? But at the
exactly.
same time, times have grown, and do any of them really sound crazy? All of them are perfectly. I mean, why wouldn't African Americans be able to go to school with whites? I mean, that's something that's so simple. You know what I mean?
But at the
That's
time,
I get it,
you
but
know,
but no matter what, it was coming.
you
You
know,
get what I'm saying? It was
I mean,
gonna come.
because I mean, you had
Was it really at the time? Because it still was pretty late. You know, the only reason that happened,
that's what I'm
the only
saying. You
reason that
know,
happened was because that girl specifically was so close to that school. I think that was, if I remember correctly, it was because she was literally like within walking distance of that school, and the school she had to go to was like miles away or some shit like that. It was something along the lines of that, and that's why it ended up getting fought for, and that's why it ended up changing. But regardless, I'm not. That's great. I do
yeah,
get what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
I get what
yeah.
you're saying. But like, eventually, that one was coming. The abortion one seems like that was coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
A
we're
couple
like,
of them just seem like
so
they
like
should come.
I feel you on that. But I mean,
We're
like, again, you're talking about, you know, what it would be in my opinion, you know, the opposite consensus of what the majority of the population holds at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they look at it, and it appears that they looked at something like that objectively and were just like, look, you know, we can't continue segregation, you know? Or like with abortion, it's like, look, we really can't tell people like what to do with their bodies type of deal, you know, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
or
like,
their daughter got an abortion before, right?
yeah, you know,
It's always those
whatever.
little things that we don't think about,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you. But I
You
mean,
know,
like,
you know what I'm saying though with those things? Like, I wonder how much those play effect, into like just big decisions like that. You know, it's the same thing with like a basketball player. You know, you go, oh, he had a bad game. A lot of times that's because he had a bad day. You know what I mean? And I think that could be the same thing sometimes with any level of government. You know, you could be the same exact way.
yeah, I feel you, man. 100% I feel you, man. I was geeking some shit I saw the other day where it was like, remember when, like, you know, you're taught in American government, you know, the system of checks and balances and, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's just like, I mean, like, you get older, you just sit there and look at it, you're just like, you know, you know, just like,
Well, the
at
one
every level, Supreme Court throughout, like you were saying, all the way down to local district judges and whatnot. It's, you know, it's a fucking jerk off show.
think about this though.
Circle jerk,
First though,
if you will.
I think you got to give credit because
100%.
it actually is a really beautiful system. Like when you're talking about this many people, this
The
many
idea,
states,
yeah,
this
yeah,
much land, they
yeah,
actually did write it up really nice.
yeah, yeah,
Governors, mayors, Congress, everything. The system is abused, and
100%.
that's the problem. It's
Exactly.
actually a pretty good system.
Well, that and like
Dude, a
that's
lot of
always been
people
my
don't.
thing.
There's countries without human rights.
Look,
Like there's countries
yeah,
with
100%.
no fucking rights.
But you look at what America's path to this point that they got here. You know, when you look at them like just being 13 colonies to begin with, fighting the Mexican American War, buying all that land from the French, you know, and then, you know, like I said, continuing to fight that Mexican American War so you get all that other land, and then
And stealing all the native
securing the
land.
Wild West and you know, expanding your power, you know, to the point where like you can govern this far away from the capital type of deal, you know, like it's just
You
what
know,
they did and how they
you
progressed
don't
throughout
do
time,
that
man.
without some brutality, though. You just don't, right?
Oh, 100%,
And
man.
that's why they kept
100%.
fucking the natives and
Yep.
fucking the
Yep.
natives.
They fucked the natives. They
You know,
slaughtered
a
them.
lot of them
Yeah.
preferred to be called Indian Americans or American Indians. I never knew that. I just think Indian was a bad name.
Yeah, I mean, I've always just been taught Native American or what they are, you
Yeah,
know, whether
bro,
they be Navajo,
that George Catlin book's
Cherokee,
awesome,
you
dude.
know.
It's the life of an Indian, basically. It's awesome. Some of the shit that you learned about from them, bro.
That's
Like,
one thing I've been wanting to read up on you know, the Native
oh,
Americans in
dude,
that
you
period
should
point in
definitely
time
buy
for a
this book,
while
bro.
now, man. For
This
a
is
while.
the first guy. This guy George Catlin. He's the first guy to ever document the Native American life, ever. You know, he's a famous painter and
So it's an
writer.
ancient. So it's an older book. It's not ancient. An older book.
Yeah, this was hundreds of years ago. He's the
Yeah,
first person to
that's him.
ever,
I
and
got
this
you.
is his book. You know, he has plenty. He also was a painter, so he
Yeah,
drew a lot of shit too.
yeah.
But he explains to you literally every day American Indian, Native American life in every tribe, and explains to you like every tribe and a lot of their customs. It's a hefty book, man. I'm only like 100 pages in. That's fucking good, man. It's like very little shit that you like. There was one thing that Joe was talking about. It's really cool. Like each tribe had like a sacred clown, to say, like a person that was literally meant to make fun of everything that they took serious. You know, because there was like shit like I believe it was the Black Crows, if I'm remembering correctly. But like, they believed that your power was in your hair. So a lot of them, they had their hair up, but when they let it down, it would come drag their feet. And that's
Yeah,
kind of the longest hair was the tribe leader,
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
And if you committed a wrongful act or you lost someone in battle or
You
something like
cut
that,
it.
you would cut not the
Yeah,
whole thing, but you would cut a length off.
yeah.
And then when these people are born, when these natives are born, they have a thing called a medicine bag, bro, which is like just a combinations of things that they're given when they're young, and they carry these things with it and believe like it carries their spirit with it. So like when you're in war, like when natives were in war, you would try and collect someone's medicine bag as like a skull, basically.
Yeah.
That was it believed that like you would take their power,
Yep.
basically. It's a lot of crazy things like that. And then the cool shit that they could do, like they made shields, that could deflect bullets, bro. And the way that they did that was like it's a very like funny style of they just dig a hole and they would sand it out and mud it out, and then they filled this animal skin in there, and they would smoke it, and you smoke it and smoke it, and then they would lay like molasses on it, I believe, or something along the
I
lines of
layered
that.
it up.
They would layer it up and smoke it and smoke it, put it, cover it up and
Yeah.
smoke it and smoke it to the point that this shit got so hard it would deflect bullets, bro.
Yeah.
That's a very crazy
That's
thing to
yeah.
understand, right?
I mean,
And he talks about like their teepees, bro. You don't know this, but we don't know this, but like their teepees were 16 feet tall. And you don't think about little things like they were put up with poles.
mhm.
Some of these would have 20 poles and they had to carry that. Well, these people
It's good.
these people were, so adapt to this that like apparently they of a town of 600 could pack up and move, within 30 minutes basically and be on the move with these 16-foot fucking teepees and shit. And then, we've discussed before about like their arrow skills and shit. 20 arrows a minute,
Yeah.
like it's insane. I believe that's a low number. I might actually be low on that. But it's like crazy when they invented the quiver basically.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just like I said, I'm just getting into the book, but it's awesome to learn about, man.
Yeah, because I mean, like you, like the way I mean, like the way you like I look at it is like you had these people, undiscovered on this continent for God knows how long.
Sorry. Can I
And
just
yeah,
real
go ahead,
quick?
go ahead.
There was one really cool thing I actually wanted to tell you about, right? So picture it's kind of like what you were saying right there. Picture how cool this is, right? So if a native tribe, there was fucking 30 of the tribes, right?
Yep.
So if a tribe lived here, right, and another tribe lived 200 miles away, let's not even say 200, let's say 2,000 miles away, right?
Mhm.
They would speak completely different languages, right? But if you put a tribe here, here, and here, they don't even communicate. They won't talk to each other, but they all have a similar language. And they can communicate with each other when they meet. Just think about that, Steve. What is that?
So close proximity. I forgot what they call it.
What is that?
So,
That's
so,
weird, ain't
so
it?
there's I forgot what it's called. I kind of want to look it up actually, but they say I forgot what it was. But if a rat learns to swim here in America, the same species of rat in Europe then also knows how to swim, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
get that, but I'm saying kind of the opposite of that, Like that's what I was trying to explain. The tribes that are thousands of miles away, they
yeah, well,
speak
yeah.
completely
Well, I
different
mean, like
languages.
the close
But
proximity, of course. Yeah.
with the rat one, that's not close. It's fucking far.
But
Yeah,
I think
yeah, I get
that
it.
idea. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
exactly. Yeah, I've heard
I
that
want
with
to look
the
up the
rats
word
before,
for it.
but it's just something like that's so weird. You're thinking like, is there some intermingling that goes on that maybe isn't known about in the tribe or something?
Well, I imagine the close proximity helps, but it might also be that kind of like natural attunement of like connection,
It's
where it's just like,
weird.
I mean, like,
Like how animals speak, kind of like that. How they just
of
get
course,
it.
nothing good came up, of course, because I'm not sure for what I'm looking for.
Like dogs definitely talk to each other, right? And they don't bark to do it.
Yeah, nonverbal. Yeah, lots of body
What is?
language.
What's
Yeah,
the fuck's that
just
mean now?
like cats. Cats only meow to humans. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Really?
yeah, they only meow to humans because that's their form of communicating with us. They're trying to talk to us, but they won't meow to communicate with other cats. Yeah, there's hissing, but those are all like defensive cues. You know what I'm saying? Like they do have those,
I
but you won't see
gotcha.
two cats being like meow, and another one's just
Right.
like meow 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 meow, like dogs
That's not how
barking at
they
each other,
talk, right?
like dogs just being like rah, 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 but like You know,
So
just
you
like
think barking is how dogs communicate to us? You don't think that's a
not
thing? Because that
necessarily,
does seem like an aggression thing,
not
right?
necessarily, but like if a dog hears a bark far away or a howl far away, you know, I mean, it's just genetic for them to respond and just be like, you know, it's a like that's a thing from being wolves. You know, they hear another dog howl or bark, and it's like, like I mean, like my dog will start barking. You know, if he hears a bark like, you know, like blocks away, you know, or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So, but like cats won't hear a cat meow and start meowing back at them, you
Did you
know,
know that?
but they won't meow at
Did you
cats.
know Native Americans had dogs? Because I didn't know that. They had packs of dogs, bro.
Yeah,
Up to
yeah,
60 up to 60 dogs in a tribe.
yeah,
It's
yeah, because
crazy.
I believe that's
I
where
didn't think they were
dogs were.
domesticated that quick.
Well,
Did they domesticate the wolf?
so dogs were domesticated in various, you know, points throughout like human history. Like I mean, like with like, you know, the English, they had dogs. I mean, like I think that's like a very old thing, you know. But yeah, I mean, it would make sense that they would have dogs and would have some type of domesticated version of them as well.
But that is them just grabbing a wolf
Yeah,
and
and
then domesticating it, kind of, and then fucking domesticate.
over time, yep.
Because anything will break its will if it's your only option.
And that's
Like at the end of the day, if like I take you from a cub, right? I
yeah,
raise you from
yep.
a baby, and I don't teach you how to hunt.
I just feed you.
I just feed you. You
Yeah.
need me.
Yeah, well, that and you know, there's probably an affection from you know birth where it's just like, you know, it's like you feed me, you know, it's like that. That's the one trade off they say is, you know, responsible for wolves being domesticated over time was that they trade obedience for food. You
Dude,
know,
I'm so glad you're talking about this
Boom.
because this has me thinking about the one thing I
Partnership.
wanted to talk to you about on this fucking on the Just Mercy movie, dog. You've never seen a better scene or even understood the electric chair better than that movie scene right there. Like it's literally to me it's the best movie. It's the best scene of the movie. It's the best electrocution. I don't even care about Green Mile, bro. It the way that they portray this and you really get to see how it goes down, dog.
Yeah,
It's very different, right? Because before that they explain of like eventually you can quote unquote break someone's will, right?
yeah,
Like if I tell you, right, if I put 10 people in a cage, right, and they're just in the middle of nowhere, and I come out every day and I make you come out there, lay across this, you know, wooden bench, and I give you 3 lashes, right? You can fight me, and I keep lashing. I beat the shit out of you. You fight me, I keep whipping you. Eventually, you're just gonna come get them 3 lashes, right?
yeah,
Like it doesn't mean you want 3 lashes, but it's like you understand basically it's only gonna get worse from here.
yeah.
The way that they portray it, this was actually a guy that was technically guilty, but he was in these are all true stories as they show you at the end, you know, the real people. He was in Nam and his whole platoon, bro, got ambushed. He was the only one that lived, and it just fucked him up in his head, man. He ended up making a bomb when he got home, and he blew up and fucking killed the lady. So he actually was guilty of something.
Right.
He gets fucking sent to the chair basically, you know, and it sucks for these people because they gave such a good, that's what I'm saying, such a good perspective that I wanted to talk to you about of like death row that I never really understood. And I actually want to talk to you because we've had these discussions before.
Yeah.
So the thing, like, number one, just seeing the thing of how bad it is on people's mental state when they're not sure which day they're going to get a call to die, right? And then when you do get that date, how bad that is, right? Because you know, oh shit, tomorrow I die. They shave everything on your head. They shave your head. They shave your eyebrows, and you just sit there, right? And you're just kind of waiting to die, basically.
Yeah.
They put him on this chair, and they got these people watching. They fucking strap him down,
Witnesses
bro.
for the
And right, that guy's last words was, "I hold no ill will towards any of you." And the lawyer watched this guy. That's kind of what fired him up when he watched this guy get electrocuted, basically. You know, and he's like, okay, I got to really fucking step my shit up to help these people. But that scene they show you, bro, from when he's walking from his cell to that fucking chair, dog, it's like the fucking tension, bro. Like you really feel probably what that feels like to be, you're walking willingly to your death.
Yeah.
You're letting them strap you into that willingly.
Yep.
They don't even fight them. You know what I mean? That's very weird, right? Think about that. Like if you knew I was taking you to your death, you would fight that usually. And maybe some
give
people
up,
do,
man.
right? But a lot of them don't.
Either that or you at that point you've come to terms.
But no matter what, it's your last day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're gonna kill you. So I'm just saying, why not cut that CEO's neck who've been fucking with you for 10 years. You know?
Oh, I feel yeah,
I hate to say it, but do something, right?
Get some shit done.
Hit
But
him in the nuts.
at this
You're
point,
dead. You're a dead
especially
man
once
walking.
you get a date, some people are triggered like that. Some people trigger in other ways where they're just like, it's over. Nothing I can do.
So here's a stat I got to the bottom of, bro. And this is one that did change my perspective some. 1 out of 10 are overturned on death row, bro. For every 9 people that are rightfully executed, 1 is wrongly. That's the number that's been proven. 10%.
Crazy.
That's a scary number, bro.
Yeah.
That's a scary. I knew it would be up
1 out of
there.
10.
I
1 out of
knew it'd be
10.
up
Yeah.
there. 1 out of 10 is hard. You know, that's hard to grasp. Those men, that man that was on death row and the lawyer, they were advocates for not having the death penalty because of this, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that was a different time, also.
Yes.
Right. That was
yes.
a racist time. We didn't have the technology we have now. They didn't even know about DNA and fingerprints and shit.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
we've came
Witnesses
a long way
was just done. Yeah.
to be cameras.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've came a long way to be able to really say people did do a crime.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We've came a long way to be able to do that. So
when was that stat taken?
When did that happen?
Well, 1 out of 10, yeah. Well, what the 1 out of 10 stat? Was that the
No,
time of
that's
that
a
movie?
current stat.
That's a current stat.
That's a
Okay,
current
yeah,
stat.
Gotcha.
That every 9 people that are executed, 1 is overturned, basically.
That's crazy.
One is proven innocent. It might be more than that. You get what I'm saying? 1 is proven that they were innocent. That means the person got turned over. It could have already been dead.
Yeah.
And you might, even if they died, though, I guess technically you could still show they didn't do it. If you knew, like,
if they wanted to. If they wanted to.
If they wanted to, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just saying you could technically, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
ideally, you don't want to. Regardless, that's a crazy number, bro. And that did bother me a little bit, but I still do believe in the death penalty, bro. I still do believe some people gotta die, man. But
yeah, for certain crimes, definitely, man. Yeah.
Just like I've always said, anytime I talked about the death penalty, for a death penalty,
100%.
you have to be conclusive. Not 100, right? Because 100 is always gonna be. You can always make something up if you want to, right?
Right.
Give me that 90 plus. Give me 90 plus.
Give me the video, the sound recording.
What do we say, right? So you got video, right? You got audio. You got a witness. Obviously, fingerprints, DNA, right?
Yeah.
So you have like these 5, right? If you got fingerprints, DNA, a witness, right?
I would say with fingerprints, DNA. I mean, like you probably even admit a witness.
I'm just trying to see how many we got here.
So I got your fingerprints and DNA to crime.
So we got like 5 major things, right?
Yeah.
You get 3 of those. It's hard for me to say. If your fucking DNA's there, I got you on camera, and your fingerprints are there.
Yeah. Or fingerprints, a witness, and some audio or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you got something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's good. That's enough to put you at the scene.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? That's
and
really.
Now, what I would say to your attorneys is, if this isn't true, then go find the other 2 things and show me that those 2 things are inclusive. Yeah. And show me that that you weren't able to find any video where he's back there. And I'm like, I'll take a look at that. And we will properly try and do this and get better and better. But at the end of the day, to say that we cannot have an execution, bro. That's always been a thing, right? That's a thing. That's a thing in every fucking system in the world. Every animal in the world has that system. If someone's doing something, they take care of it.
That's what's so crazy about the justice system, man. The legal system before you. I mean, there's a reason they call it legalese, because you literally have to spell out every little fucking thing with these things, because someone picks it up and you didn't spell it out finely enough, and I can spin this interpretation and do whatever fucking way you go, and then it makes. Actually, there's been instances where people have written and changed laws because of these particular things happening. You know what I'm saying? But what we've created, you know what I'm saying, this whole system of justice, where like just as humans, like, not even getting to what like the problems that are, for us to as a human race to sit there and be like, look, you can't do some of these things. If so, we have a governing body that's going to carry out whatever which way. Back then it was beheading. Today they lock you up, and there's still in places that put you on death row. You know what I mean? Like it is crazy how we've just created such a huge, powerful system in that way, man. Look how powerful it is.
Yes, it's very impressive. Yes. I'm just thinking about how small it can be. how you can shatter it so hard, and how much it's changed. You
I
know,
mean, I mean, I
I'm
mean,
gonna talk about something touchy here, okay? And I'm gonna say this because I would like to get your opinion on it, right?
sure.
Because I don't know where I stand on this,
Okay.
right? And
Okay.
it's a hard argument, but I think it's one that should be brought up, and
Okay.
people
Okay.
probably won't even like that, right?
All right. We're here for open conversation.
How do I say this? Okay. At the end of the day, right? You do have to respect kind of why is the village aspect still implemented into our DNA, right? Like why is that a thing in people?
Like that.
That
That
like you
natural
still have a village, you still have a village mentality. That's why we created cities, right? It's
instinct.
just big ass
You still got some
villages.
natural instinct
You
in
still
you.
have some natural to you, right? When someone did something wrong to the tribe, you killed them or you excommunicated them, right? You get them out of the tribe, right? When you had a weak link, you eliminated it, correct? That's what we did, right? That's what we've always done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We no longer do that.
No.
Okay. And now this is where it gets a little touchy, where it's like,
I see where we're going.
I don't think you do, bro. Let's go with like obviously you could talk about it more in one instance, but like one example for me is like the severe autisms. You get what I'm saying? Severe, I don't know exactly what the perfect words. I
Mental
believe it's
handicaps or
exactly
disabilities.
to the point of like, unfunctionability,
Yes.
if that's a word. Would you want to live like that, Steve?
No. No. No.
Right?
No.
I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because you're not in that mindset. Because they could be happy. Who knows, right? You wouldn't want to live like that, though,
No.
right?
I'm good.
But we don't. But we've allowed these people to be in society, and I'm not trying to say these people as if anyone with a mental handicap should be killed. So I don't mean that at all, because you see plenty of examples of mentally
Yes.
challenged people that are thriving, and they do have a spot in society. But when it comes to the guys that you have to wear a helmet, you bash your head against the wall every day. You know what I mean? I have to feed you through a
Or
tube
you're
or
some type
something.
of like vegetable state or something.
Should I mean honestly, like I mean, I know
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
hard to say that.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
I see what you're
saying?
going.
Like,
No, I see what you're
it's
going.
hard to say
I
because
see
if
where
you're
you're
the
going.
parents, it should be up to you if you want to keep your
But
child, right? The government shouldn't say that baby has to die. The government should never say that.
what you're talking about is like, someone did that crime back in the village. You excommunicated them. That's not a really real option nowadays. Unless you just put them on an abandoned island or some shit. Fend for yourself, whatever. You don't belong here, or you execute them. And when it comes to those types of disabilities and what in the village back then you would call weaker links, is getting rid of them. Kind of like you would be mercy killing almost. That's what you're getting at, right?
I like the way you put it. Mercy kill.
Yeah.
It's a mercy kill because I would want to die, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know who am I to say, but like when someone is that mentally handicapped, you can have one of them in your village. You cannot have a million of them.
Now,
You're putting a lot of pressure on other people to make up for this gap. And that's where it's like, really? You want to talk about some beautiful fucking people in this world, bro? People that take care of their handicapped children.
yeah.
God bless your fucking heart, bro.
Yeah.
You have the biggest heart, the biggest guts, the most caring personality you're gonna find on fucking
Selfless.
planet
Completely
Earth, bro.
selfless.
Completely selfless, because that is the ultimate task, man.
Yep.
And anyone who is faced upon that, fucking God bless your fucking heart,
I
man.
mean,
because
like
I know that shit is hard. I have a cousin who was like that. He still don't talk to this day. He's 10 years old. He still don't talk. When he was younger, he would slam his head into the wall. He had to put a helmet on.
Yeah.
He would take his diaper off, rub shit on himself, rub shit on the walls, like absolutely not there. It's very hard to watch my cousin raise him, and not know what to do.
Yeah.
100%. It's like she didn't have no help, and she's just like,
And
do you even discipline him? Does he even get disciplined?
there's a thing for it. It's called I think it's either caregivers or caretaker syndrome, man. Where it's kind of like it's almost like the reverse of like Stockholm syndrome, where like you start siding with your enemies or the people against you or whatnot. You do the opposite, where you resent kind of the burden this person has over your life, and I mean, like that takes. I mean, everyone handles it differently. That takes its toll on people, man. And it's a very real thing. When you
I've
take care of
tried to
people like that.
I've tried to explain this in a different form. Like I had an aunt, right, who she had I believe it was pancreas cancer, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Okay.
Uh, she was going through chemo for like 2, 3 years, man. Like of this shit, at least a year and a half. She has a husband, and she ended up passing away, a couple years back, and a year or two later, the husband found he has another woman now, and she's an awesome woman too. She's super nice. She's great and everything. A lot of my family was upset with that, because they go like, "Oh, how can he move on so fast?" They got married, they ended up getting married already. So it's like some people were upset with that. I tried to explain it, as a way of like, yes, she was still alive, but really from the time of the diagnosis, their relationship kind of ended. It's sad to say, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, obviously, if your fucking wife has a colonoscopy bag, you're not having sex that often, right?
Well, I
Like,
mean, the drive probably isn't even there, especially with chemo.
things are
You
getting
know.
difficult, right?
Yeah.
Like, things are getting difficult. So the fact is, like, let's say if she went through that for 2 years and then he waited 2 years, he waited 4 years. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was gone a long time ago. What he needs and like what he's looking for in a woman, that was gone at the diagnosis stage. It's sad to say, but like that really is what it was.
Yeah.
And you
And
can't blame people for that.
well, that and under chemo, I mean, you fundamentally change as a person. You're not feeling well all the time.
Yeah,
Like literally, you feel like shit all the time.
yeah,
Plus, you have cancer, and I mean, like you also I mean, like you are a different person.
right. A lot of things are different. And
Yeah.
the caretaker, you're the
Yeah.
caretaker also.
Yeah.
Now
Exactly.
you have a different instance where you got like Casey Anthony, that dumb bitch, where literally her kid's missing and she's dancing in a club.
Yeah.
Then that don't add up.
Or like I think there was the picture of her the day she was acquitted with a cigar and a drink. You know,
That's crazy.
acquitted or whatever, and they're found not guilty. Whatever they did. Fucking
I would never stop looking
cigar
for my
picture of her
kid,
with a
dude.
cigar and a drink, pretty much celebrating. Like it's crazy, man.
You ever see that movie with Angelina Jolie? Of course not. Never mind.
What's it
But
called? No, I've seen a couple
I
of
believe
Angelina
it's
Jolie
called
movies.
Missing.
Missing, I think so.
It's a true story where a lady's 8-year-old child went missing, and the government and the cops, bro, tried to give her another kid that wasn't her child, bro, another boy, and he was pretending to be her son, and like she just knew. It's a true story, bro.
Just knew
It's
it wasn't him.
She knew it wasn't him. He didn't know all the things that her son knew. You know what I mean? About the house, about their
Yeah.
life. Like he didn't know nothing. So like she's like, this is not my child. And he's like, I am, mommy. Like it's fucking very weird. And they're like,
Well,
that's your
that
kid.
and that kid being like, "Hey, mommy," like
Yeah.
that's creepy,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. And he's a kid. I don't know. He's a kid
That's what
too.
makes it creepier.
Yeah, but like they're like, what the fuck? So she ended up getting her son back eventually, I believe. But it's like nobody knows what really happened
Like
when
it
he
wasn't that kid.
it wasn't
You
that. Who
know,
is that kid?
no idea.
Is that not the sketchiest shit of your fucking life, bro? And do you remember the
I'm not
other?
sure
Do you
what's
remember that
scarier.
orphan? Do you remember that orphan midget dude?
Who fake? What?
He faked being a child, bro. He faked being a child, dog, and he ended up being like 30 years old or something like that. He ended up being, he wasn't a
Oh.
child. He's like 16, and he ended up being like 30 years old, dude, from like a different country and shit, bro. There was a girl who did it too, a 18-year-old girl.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure what's scarier if like the police just putting up this like foster kid up to it, or the kid faking the police out and
Right,
trying to
that's what I
fake the
was thinking. Like,
mom.
what
It's
if
just like
the police are getting?
it's like, oh my god, what the
He
fuck?
does look like him.
You
He
know?
did look like him.
Yeah. That would be the one thing, just like there's some mastermind plot. This kid he's just like parents are loaded, or some
Imagine,
shit. He has a
dude.
trust.
Imagine you're sitting there, right? You're sitting down with this kid. He's been there for like 2 days now, and you're just like, "What do you want for your birthday?" And you're just like, somehow, you're just like, you remember when that is, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, March 28th. Yeah, like, your birthday's September 3rd or something." It's like,
My son's a Pisces.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
I'm Aries. We don't get along.
I'm just thinking, I'm getting a little sick to my stomach with that, though, bro. Just thinking about that.
Don't go too deep on that one, bro.
Dude, I might punch that kid in the face, bro. I might punch that kid in the face.
You're sitting there with a random kid. A random
Who are
child.
you, dude? At that point, I'm thinking you're an adult, though. That's what I'm thinking you're one of these midget orphans. That's what I'm thinking, dude.
Either that, or like a kid who could kill me. Like you're some mastermind kid. Like you're fucking murder me, bro.
Dude.
You're a murderer.
You might have been watching me when I was sleeping.
You are a murderer, kid, bro. Fuck that, man. I don't fucking know you. Get that. It's so creepy to think about, bro. Like it's not as scary as if the police did it. The kid did it himself.
Imagine
He's just some
if
mastermind.
Finding out though. Imagine if finding out he's just like, "Whoa, your son's gone."
I don't have a dad. It works out.
I am an orphan.
Yeah, it works out. It's just like,
take me.
Yeah,
like,
you piece the kid up, man. Exactly.
Third chop, drag him out.
That'd be the tougher thing. It's just like, I don't think they're gonna fucking believe this. I don't think they're gonna fucking believe me, man. You know, it's like I'm gonna take this to the cops. They're not gonna say shit. They call off the search and everything. I might kill the kid, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like,
dude.
It was like,
and you're just like, he ran off too.
He said,
and all of it comes back, and you just say it's the one they gave you.
Your son's dead. Your son's dead. It's over. It's done. It's been 2 years. Move on. It's just like, well, now I'm definitely not gonna adopt you because you're a dick.
I just think about how hard vigilante I would go on that. Like, how hard?
You're fucking the kid up.
How hard? Like, I was just thinking about beyond that of like, if your kid did go missing, like how hard would you? It really wouldn't matter what the cops told me. Like, if
I'm looking.
Like, let's say, like, yeah, we always talk about the looking part, and we always say we're looking to our feet bleed. But I'm saying, like, if let's say like 2 months go by, bro, and you got no hints on like where my kid's at or nothing like that, like, dog. I'm thinking about like that New Jersey movie I watched where it's like they knew where her daughter was last at. Bro, I might just go banging down doors, yo, like ready to hurt innocent people if I got to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, did you fucking see something or not? I'll rip your fucking esophagus out. Like, I feel like there comes like if I was that lady, like there comes a point where I'm like, I might fucking run up in the police station with a knife to this kid's neck. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like spazzing. Like, where the fuck is my kid at, bro?
Exactly, man.
I can't imagine. I don't even have a kid, yo. But I just think about like if my nephew went missing. Like how it would be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would just kick in random doors, bro. I'd probably catch hella charges for no reason, yo, and just like random charges all the time.
Trying to find them
for the next 30, 40 years, bro. I'll just be kicking in doors, doing whatever, you know what I mean, until they find a fucking skeletal remains. You know, I can't give up.
Yeah, until you get closure, man. I mean, like it's
Andrew Schultz was talking about Casey Anthony. He's like, "Did they find the body? They didn't find the body. She ain't dead." I don't fucking talking about.
Bro, he's been on fire lately, bro.
Yeah, he has.
Like with those little things he does on his YouTube channel, bro, where he just fires off on his rants. I'm just like, God,
he's funny.
He's funny and on the point and intelligent.
Yeah, he is.
You know, smart individual there, bro.
Yeah,
very smart guy.
I like when he was like, he's like, this COVID shit, bro, is the best thing ever happened to me. Because you know he's always on YouTube. He's like, all the comedians, they gotta come to YouTube now. He's like, I feel like it's a home game. That shit was so funny.
I was saying, man, like dude just be on fucking point, bro. You know
that guy is very talented, bro.
I mean, like I think
I love seeing true talent like that.
Yeah,
that's what I see. Like when I look at Jamie Foxx acting, I'm just like, whoa, like fuck, bro.
Jamie
That's
Foxx
like.
fan.
I don't even know how you do that. Like, I feel like if I watched this live on theater, it wouldn't be as good. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even portray it as good as you're portraying it right now in this movie.
Exactly.
It's something about you just like not being on stage. You know, you're just in this scene. You got this one scene, and bro, like him playing that, like Jamie Foxx is a fucking amazing actor, bro. Michael B. Jordan's very good too.
I mean.
But
for me, acting period is just like crazy.
It is. It's very weird. It's very weird.
I mean,
feel like I could like only do comedies. Like I couldn't imagine doing an action movie.
I couldn't imagine like doing.
So corny,
I could not imagine doing like that really intense like sad drama scene that that ties the movie together or some shit. Where like you just shot up an apartment building, but like you're
like that beginning of Law Abiding Citizen.
Exactly, man.
You like watch some woman get fake rape or something, dude.
Yeah.
The fuck kind of cynical shit is going on here?
Exactly, man.
I was thinking about like I couldn't do like Mission Impossible. I just don't want to be that guy.
Nah, yeah.
I'm holding the fucking window. Like that's a
I think
fake gun.
another thing that would be weird is like a lot of these superhero movies, like how much
That would-
green screen stuff they do.
Yeah, it's pretty much all
just
green
really,
screen,
it's
bro.
really weird, bro. Like,
but it would be cool to do a fake gun, like Black Hawk Down,
bro.
like that'd be
hold up.
awesome.
Imagine like you're literally working with Tom Hardy on the set of Bane,
Yeah.
but like this dude's on fucking
Did you watch the Robert Downey
fucking like
Rogan?
he's on like he's on foot tall boots the whole time. Like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
it's weird. Some of that shit is weird.
Robert Downey was saying on Rogan that the first one he had to wear it some, but now like when they film like the second Avengers and shit, they don't wear nothing.
No,
they don't wear nothing, bro. They just act. That's
yeah, you
all
watch,
they gotta do.
you watch a lot of the scenes, bro.
That's all they gotta do, and they just green screen everything.
Yep.
So it's literally just, which would probably be harder. Because it's like I'm not in character, really. You know, it feels weird. Like
That's what I'm saying.
I'm in jogging pants.
But I mean, like, it also seems tough to do that if you were in just a full green suit and you were just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like what? You know, and like I said, you look at a lot of those like stunts, and a lot of the things behind the scenes in those movies. It'll be literally everything bright as green everywhere. You're on a rock.
What is it about?
It's green. You have this monster coming at you. It's literally like a bunch of green pillows on fucking sticks with green men carrying it. I don't know, man. No idea.
You would think it'd be white.
I have no idea. Maybe because it stands out so much, like to where like
the camera don't pick it up or something.
No, to the point where like you can really see the outlines of people very, very clearly, and their hair. Like their hair, like, you know, you see the green piercing through it. Oh, I gotta make sure that doesn't show up on the shit, you know?
Maybe.
Because it's so bright.
Maybe.
You know? That might be the way. I don't know. Who the fuck knows, man?
I can't wait to get you up at this Deep Creek, bro, and hit that fucking
waterfall,
bro.
Man. I'm so ready to go.
I'm taking you to this, dog. I'm taking you to this waterfall spot, bro. You're gonna be in love, dog. I think about it every day, man.
Bro, I've been to Whistler Falls, bro.
But did you go under the waterfall?
I didn't even able to go, bro. I wasn't able to go into the water, bro.
Dude, we're gonna hit that.
I wasn't able to go.
Bro, there's a little spot right there. You just sit right there, stand right there, right underneath for this 48-foot waterfall, yo. You're just like, wow. You feel like a very small man.
Ready, bro. I'm taking my bike up. I'm gonna do lots of fucking running around that bitch, bro. I'm just running. I'm gonna run all. I'm gonna be sure to exercise once a day for at least an hour.
Got
man.
to, bro. We got
an hour
to.
or two. You know?
We should get up early.
Exactly,
you know what
bro.
I mean? Get to it.
That's what I'm saying, man. 7 a.m. in the morning to 8 a.m., 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
You know? I'll be running out in the morning, bro. It feels so good.
Get up
man.
at 5 a.m. and go back to bed. That's the time you could get up at 5 a.m. and do it.
Yeah.
And go back to bed.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'm down. I'm down forever. I remember one thing, like the first day I was there with my buddy a while ago. I mean, like we woke up, it was 9 o'clock. The first thing we did early in the morning, we had the kayak out in the water, bro.
That's what I was saying. Because it's like you're doing different exercises, though. You know what I mean? Like even if you go swimming for an hour, bro, that's fucking exhausting.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, the fuck it is.
Especially if we get that fucking slide, you know, you're just constantly getting up. Like when I just know, I jumped in like 4 or 5 times, just getting up. You know what I mean? I felt a little bit something, just you know, jump in, get up, jump in, get up. It's like a pull up on the
exactly,
on the
man.
side.
You're swimming back and forth, man. Like, bro. Next day, bro, my lats be tore the fuck up, bro. You do all that swimming and shit,
and then
bro.
it's a national park, man. I was running all over that bitch, bro.
Exactly.
Fucking jumping on trees, jumping in the water.
Like, that's one thing that, like, you know, like the last couple times I've gone, you know, it's like, you know, especially with this trip. I mean, like we have more days, you know. Like we have the
basically have
full Friday,
like
full
days,
Saturday, yeah, you know.
It
I mean,
kind
full
of is
days,
like 2 extra days,
you know, full days, and then like you have
because
summer Thursday.
We usually came on Friday.
You have summer Thursday, you know. At that point, you know, like, cause I'm taking off that Thursday. Like, I won't, you know. I think I'm just trying to do like that first day. I'm gonna do either going on a long ass hike, you know, until I go to bed that night, or I'm gonna just go on a fucking long ass bike ride, or just a fucking long ass run, bro. Just because, like, I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't want to take this time in nature for granted when I go this time, you know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's cool running in Canton down by the water on the boardwalk. Yeah, it's cool.
Totally different.
Running around those woods, bro. Running around that lake,
bro,
man.
I'm so glad you guys are going, yo. You seen that video I sent you with that hill?
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
we gotta hit that hill.
Yeah, bro, right? Yeah, climb that bitch.
Awesome.
Whenever else I've gone, like, no one's wanted to do stuff like that. You know, everyone's just like,
Trust
let's
me,
get the boats. You know, yeah.
I was pretty much with all women. I was the only guy last time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I felt bad doing anything like that. When we got to, you should have seen me in the national park, bro. I'm just like, finally, I can open up a little bit, open this bad boy up.
Yeah, man.
Just jumping all over shit right now. I'm like, I'll go check him there.
I was saying, I'll just go everywhere, bro. That's what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm gonna just go out there.
We're gonna have a great fucking time, man.
I'm ready
Glad
for
we got this
nature.
cast in, baby. Keep checking us out, everybody. We're gonna keep coming. Oh, Reek. Oh, okay. Reek gave us, you can smell the scrap intent.
Yeah, that was Reek, bro. Shout out Reek, man.
I say it's not pussy if you stop on somebody. Depends on what you said before you got knocked out.
Circumstance.
If you go to me and you say, I'm gonna fuck your bitch right now, and I knock you out, I might take a couple extra shots. Because you know what sucks is when you knock someone out too quick. Not saying I'd do it. You know what I mean? But I'm saying like when you not, like we build up anger and then I knock you out real quick. That's why you get hit after you get knocked out, because I didn't get all my aggression out.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I think it depends on what they did, Reek. That's what I was saying.
But if you got 7 people stopping one dude out that's knocked out, I mean, yeah, you're probably pretty pussy. Just
thanks, Kettlebell, man. I appreciate it, brother. The Mohawk keeping me wise, baby.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you
Check
guys,
us out.
man.
Like, share, subscribe. Y'all have a good night.
Take it easy, everyone.
You need to make one button. See